services of Young Wooldridge. Barber Honda Used Car and Truck Center. K-Pasa. And KERN News Talk 1410. Present the Bright House Network's High School Football Game of the Week.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Memorial Stadium for the matchup Kern County has been waiting for. I'm the coach, Stephen G. Fulmar, along with Brian Adams, and a little guest with us today, coming over from the radio side, former Liberty head coach Rick Van Horn. Tonight we're going to talk about what the CIF games mean here in Bakersfield, and then we'll take a look at the first ever matchup between Liberty and Stockdale. First of all, Rick, you have experience in these games. Do these games bring more pressure in the CIF playoffs than, say, a normal Stockdale versus Liberty game would?
Well, of course, sure. The stakes are a lot higher now. Semifinals, the winner goes to the Valley Championship. So the stakes are higher. Pressure is going to be higher, and kind of just how much pressure you put on yourself, as these kids, because you've got East playing tonight, you've got West playing tonight, and they don't care what happens in this game, so there's no pressure coming from that side. Coach Provençal, Coach Boyd, it's just how they handle the pressures is the big key.
Coach Van Horn, that's Coach Van Horn to me. Coach Van Horn, what kind of things are you telling your team if you're Liberty in a game like this that's been moved from the Stockdale campus to BC? What kind of things are you going to tell them in the locker room and prepare them for this game?
Well, right now, Stockdale's number one. You're the underdog, so Coach Provençal's got all the ammunition he needs. He's coming in, he's the underdog, he's got nothing to lose, he's expected to lose. He's got all the ammunition. As far as the game being moved up here to BC, that's great. It's nothing new to Bakersfield to have a game moved up here. Yourself, back in the late 80s, early 90s, it was, they'd move a game up here at the blink of an eye, any big game. So the surroundings are actually going to make a better offensive game up here at BC rather than Stockdale.
Now, Coach, that brings up a good question. Stockdale's the home team. They should have home field advantage. Now the game gets moved. Does that hurt your squad at all, not having – if you're in Stockdale, it's tight, it's loud. Here, it's much more open. Does that hurt you as a team?
Well, what it does is it interrupts your pregame ritual. Coming out of their field house, which is 10 yards away. The guys have been accustomed to it for 6 games now, probably 7 now, home games. That's what it interrupts. Up here, a new environment. Pre-game is so much part of the game, is getting your mind ready to play, and guys have certain rituals. Now all of a sudden you're throwing them into a different atmosphere. Yes, it does affect your play, and it will affect Stockdale since it is their home game. And just like Coach Boyd said, they've worked hard to get home field advantage, and to have the game moved up here at the last minute is something not in their favor.
And on top of that, how do you get your players to not focus on the game being shifted to focus on a task at hand, coming here tonight and trying to get a victory?
Well, yourself, Brian, you've played in a couple of these semis, and of course, this is only a semifinal game. This isn't the Valley Championship. So next week is the real show. So once the whistle blows and the kicker kicks that thing off, you don't even know how many people are here, right? And you've played enough big games that once it's kicked off, man, it's on, and the focus is football, whether there's one person in the stands or 100,000.
Now, Coach, tonight it's going to be cold. They're talking lows in the high 30s and everything out here. Does that affect these young men on the field, say, in the second half when it starts getting real cold?
No, it doesn't, especially if it's a tight ball game. The adrenaline's still going to be running. Now, if you go into halftime and somebody's up 24-0, then it's going to affect your play because you become lackadaisical and that stuff. I don't expect that. I expect at halftime to go in and you're going to have a 10-7 game. You're going to have a 7-7 game where guys are just going, hey, we got one more half to get to the Valley Championship. We got one more half to get those rings. And it's not going to affect them a bit because both teams have to play in it, and it's the adrenaline is going to be going if it's a tight ball game.
Coach, you have one of these rings here. You've moved on to the pro game with arena football. At times like this, do you miss it?
You know what? No, I like being over on this side of the camera. I don't miss it a bit. Especially now, tonight, I'm thinking maybe if they get 10,000, I'll be really surprised. Brian's played in games up here where, there's been 18, 19,000 watching old number 14 catch the ball or drop the ball, whatever you think. So, no, I like the arena game is an exciting game. Our time will come. In March and April, they'll be doing the same thing. Coach Provençal will be on this side evaluating me on my coaching job. So, no, I don't.
Coach, the final question I have for you is, these kids at Liberty, you see them, you teach with them. How excited are they to have this opportunity to upset Stockdale and try to bring home a Valley title?
Well, it's funny because I'm watching the atmosphere at the school today, and it's kind of, I've been around schools that have been, this is second nature for them. To be in Valley Championships, they expect to be here. It's like guys walking around like wide-eyed, like, this is the first time, because from the last time Liberty won a Valley Championship to these seniors now is 4 or 5 years. So it's like there's no connection between the two. So it's like these guys, it's their first time. So they're walking around wide-eyed like, hey, this is the biggest game I've ever played in, and it yourself when you go back to back to back to back to whatever it is, guys, hey, it's second nature. Go out and take care of our job. Payday's next week in the finals, not the semifinals. This is, you can call this the Bakersfield Championship, but it's not the Valley Championship tonight. It's the Bakersfield Championship.
And there you have it. Now Rick goes up. He's going to broadcast live from radio, and we'll be back in just a couple minutes with the breakdown of the game itself. We've given you the history. We've set it up. Now we're going to go over the teams. First of all, Rick Van Horn, thank you very much for coming out.
Coach Stephen G.
And talking to us
Always
today.
A pleasure, Coach.
There is so much BHS stuff going on here, I almost can't breathe. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back with a look at both teams and both head coaches right after this.
You're watching the high school football game of the week on Bright House Networks.
We tell all our young lawyers when they come to work here that the first thing they have to do is to give service to the client at a reasonable fee.
I came to work with John and Joe in 1980. The principles that they established back in 1939 still guide our firm today.
From estate planning to family law and personal injury, the law offices of Young Woldridge, a full-service law firm since 1939.
'Tis days before Christmas, and all through this land, Bright House Networks is giving back to lend a helping hand. Get 3 months of digital service and the DVR at half price. Installation for only $4.95, $2 of which goes to charity. You shouldn't think twice. So call Bright House Networks now and help give back to those in need. Get the best entertainment around at the best prices indeed. Happy holidays from Bright House Networks.
And we're back here at Memorial Stadium. And Brian, now like you talked about with Coach Van Horn earlier, you played here. And this is quite an atmosphere, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. And when we were in high school, that's what we wanted to play at. You wanted to be on the big field in the stadium, everybody here in town coming to watch you play. That's what we looked forward to.
Well, now let's talk about the game. We've gone over all the festivities. Let's talk about this game. Now, as we know it, this is the Battle of Bakersfield. Now, East and West both had good years, but both were beaten by teams out here tonight. This is the Battle of Bakersfield right now. This team moves on to the championship. Okay, let's go ahead and break down the two teams. Number one, Stockdale, undefeated. Brian, we probably have not seen a complete team like this all year, have we?
I don't think so. Not when you talk about having a running back having the quarterback, having the targets available for receivers, and then the defense. Big defensive line, linebackers move well to the ball, and the secondary, they make plays.
With Super G, Garrett Anthony, the kicker Lynch, who we might see on our all-area team inductions next week as the kickers. We saw him when he was earlier in the year injured. And boy, he outkicked everybody we saw healthy.
Yeah, that's why I said, if I'm a coach out there, I want an injured kicker like Lynch because that's money.
Now, the thing that has surprised me, though, is I don't think a lot of people have given Liberty a lot of love, going into this game. Stockdale undefeated, the powerhouse, rushing, passing, defense. But this Liberty team, after the speed bump of Madera, and we talked about Madera is no cupcake, they won by 30 points last week, while this Stockdale team, behind 328 yards by Francis Ojukwu, just got by their game.
Well, at this point, it doesn't matter if you won by 30, you won by 3. Right now, you got a chance to get to the finals, and I think with Liberty, you're right, they are overrated. They, too, have some solid players, good running game. They have some receivers, they like to pass the ball as well. The thing is the defense. If the defense holds up and keeps them in this game and can contain the high-powered offense of the Mustangs, I think they can put pressure and maybe make the Mustangs make some mistakes in the clutch.
Okay, now, as I talked about the scores here, Liberty beat Buchanan 52-20, and they were up on him 38-0 in the third quarter. Now, on the other side, Stockdale, 328 yards rushing, yet the score was only 24-17, but it was over a Bullard team. Was that Bullard team tougher?
Well, I think the Bullard team was in the same situation as the Madera team we saw. Teams that play very high-level competition during the year, so you knew they were better than the record indicated.
Now, this is the first ever visit. Even in Van Horn's era, these two teams did not meet. First ever game between Stockdale and Liberty. Does it surprise you that it's taken so long for these teams to match up? I understand the way the playoffs were seeded before, but isn't it surprising they haven't scheduled each other up until now?
Yeah, it is, but you can only schedule so many players in preseason. If you're out of conference, you're gonna play BHS, you're gonna play Liberty. So you don't have a situation where you had in the past where almost everybody can play each other. So there's gonna be some teams you don't get to play locally. This is one that has not been scheduled, but we get a classic tonight. This could be something we see in the future.
Now, anybody that saw at the 23-yard line saw the Stockdale guys on the field, Francis Ojukwu, some other guys saying, "Bring on Liberty." That's who we want to see. Does that add a little firepower for Liberty?
Well, sometimes you got to be careful what you ask for. When you're asking for Liberty, one thing they're going to be as prepared as they're coming on the field right now, and they will hit you. And that's one thing with the Chad Provençal team, they will hit you and they will play hard. So you got to be careful what you ask for because you just could ask for an upset.
Now, we talked about the complete team. Is there any weaknesses that Liberty can exploit on this Stockdale team?
Well, I think the one thing that hasn't been really tested yet is Stockdale's secondary. Can they handle the pressure of a good offensive attack in the air? We know they can handle the run, but can they handle the offensive attack? You get these guys one-on-one and some advantages that the Liberty receivers can exploit.
Tonight, baby, huh? Coach Provençal, who we didn't get a chance to talk to earlier as Liberty just got on the field. I believe he made a comment, a little Swiss cheese.
He said no Swiss cheese tonight, and he's going to back it up because he calls that defense. He's a good buddy of mine. He's giving me a hard time, but he's right. If there's no Swiss cheese tonight, those Liberty Patriots have a chance.
Now, finally, it could come down to special teams, couldn't it? Scott Lynch, the best kicker probably in the area, but Liberty's kicker had a 45-yard kick himself last week. Also, Liberty with a blocked field goal. Special teams can really go a long ways in these games, can't they?
Yeah, they can. And we're talking about a matchup tonight where it's going to be the team that makes a mistake first that's going to lose this game as we get ready for the kickoff.
Well, as we said, we did not get a chance to talk to head coach Provençal because they just came on the field, but we did get a chance to talk to head coach Dave Boyd from the Stockdale Mustangs, the number 1 seed, about what we expect to see out of them tonight. And now we're here with Stockdale head coach Dave Boyd. Coach, it's the first time we've had a chance to get to see you this year. We had to talk to Coach Press and Coach Showers, but that's not Coach Boyd. Now, tonight, first of all, Coach, you've had a great time this year, both with Dan Hoff and Francis Ojukwu. Your offensive line, to be able to block both the pass and the rush, has done a great job this year.
They've been very consistent for us this year. We're real happy with what they've done. They got another tough test tonight.
Now, Coach, this year, throughout the year, of course, you're undefeated. Nobody can take that, the top team. But some teams it seems like you got out ahead of and they caught up with you a little bit in the second half. Now, you guys always hold off to win, but does that concern you a little bit?
Obviously, anytime you have a chance of losing a game, that concerns you. This is a very good football team. We can't let that happen.
Brian?
Coach Boyd, I'm going to talk to you about Devin Pruitt. He's had 2 big games in the playoffs. What are your keys you feel to stopping him tonight?
Tackling. He's a good running back. He's not the only weapon they have. So he's one of many weapons they have. So big thing for us tonight, we can't make mental mistakes. They are a very disciplined football team, one of the least penalized team in the Valley, and we tend to get a few. So we got to eliminate that tonight and not make mental mistakes.
Thank you, Coach.
Coach, one step from the big game here for Stockdale. First visit between these two teams. What do you have to do to beat the Liberty Patriots tonight?
Blocking and tackling. That's what it's about, blocking and tackling.
Ladies and gentlemen, blocking and tackling. That's the name of the game, Coach Boyd. Thank you very much. Wish you the best of luck.
Good luck.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dave Boyd, head coach of the Stockdale Mustangs.
You're watching the high school football game of the week on Bright House Networks.
Every day is a red tag day at Barber Honda Used Car and Truck Center. We don't have slasher sales. We have everyday low prices. And Barber Honda's Used Car and Truck Center is the only place to find certified used Hondas. And we have them. Lots to choose from. The best in quality and price. If you're looking for a used car or truck, do not buy before you shop with us. Barber Honda's everyday red tag cars and trucks. And Barber Honda's certified used cars.
Something big is coming to Barber Honda, 4500 Wyville Road at the entrance to the Bakersfield Auto Mall.
Thousands of Kern County residents are realizing just what satellite is really worth. With Bright House Networks, you get more. Local channels and local programming, movies and favorites on demand, high-speed internet, and the DVR, all without a long-term contract. Try that with satellite. Join over 4,500 of your neighbors and dump the dish for Bright House Networks. Call 323-4892 today.
We're back, ladies and gentlemen. We want to thank you for joining us for the Battle of Bakersfield, and there is quite a bit of stake. Just before we get off here, the kickoff, Stockdale has won the toss and elected to receive, so Liberty will kick. Liberty is in white, Stockdale is in black. We got a great angle of it here up at Memorial Stadium. We did get put on top where it's mighty cold, Brian.
But yeah, it is a little cold tonight.
But I'll tell you what, we're going to see all the action up here, though. Now, a few things at stake here tonight, of course. The CIF championship game next week, the Division I. The winner take all here. The winner takes this one to the final game. Of course, East and West both playing tonight. If East wins, they will host a game also. And we are underway. Kickoff taken by Super G Garrett Anthony. Good job of coverage by Liberty. And Liberty's going to bring Super G down about, looks like the 17-yard line.
And that's great coverage right there on that young man, because Garrett Anthony has the ability to take it 100 yards on you, 99 yards on you. You can't go 100 here in high school. But great coverage, good start to the Liberty High special teams. Didn't allow that early big play to get this game going off on a high note for the Stockdale Mustangs.
Okay, real quick, we're going to go over, even though we do not have a graphic, I want to say go over our young Woodridge players of the game as we see Ojukwu go to the outside. He's brought down by, I believe it's number 9 for Liberty. That's Nick Weaver. Our Bright House Network's young Woodridge players to watch for the Stockdale Mustangs. Of course, the quarterback, Dan Hoff, who did not have a great week last week, Brian, so he has to step up this week. Of course, Francis Ojukwu, the running back, the top rusher in the county, 29 carries, 328 yards.
And that's exactly why Hoff didn't have a big game that week.
Second and about 5 there. Good job by Ojukwu going up the middle. He's got a first down and more. Liberty Patriots with the angle, and I believe that was number 6 there. That is Chris Burleson with the tackle, but he's going to have a first down just short of the 50-yard line. And our other young Woolridge player to watch is DB Mitchell Farley, who had 2 interceptions last week. So this defense, we take a look at the K-Pasa instant replay.
And Juku just bounces out that little hole right there, and then Burleson does a good job of really saving what could have been a huge play.
That's probably the strong point for this Liberty team, isn't it, Brian? The defensive secondary. They're going to get tested here. Tosses it over the middle. Great
Mike
pass
Jones
ball.
catches that right there. And that's one of the guys we talked about. We didn't get on the pregame, but you and I talked about it before the game about the X factors for the Stockdale offense. And we talked about Mike Jones and Sergio Hernandez. That's why you can't just take away Super G and Ojukwu, because there's other guys that keep you on CK Pass in the replay. Mike Jones just a nice little hook route, stops, ball still on the money, and that's a good pass by Hoff.
It was indeed a very good pass, and it's another first down for Stockdale at the Liberty 36-yard line. And early on here, it appears as if Stockdale kind of driving at will, Brian. First down again to Ojukwu. He's going to pick up about 6. He's tackled by number 77 for Liberty. That's going to be Pat Custer. That's going to bring up a second, and it looks like about 4, just short of the 30-yard line. Stockdale again driving well here. First drive of the game. Eye backs it. This time they give it to the fullback. Logan August. He goes up the middle and picks up. Looks like he'll be close to a first down. Looks like he'll be just short. Once again, we want to thank you for joining us. A great pregame show there on the Bright House Network's High School Game of the Week. This is it, the semifinals here before next week's CIF championship game. Winner take all. Loser goes home. Liberty Patriots in the white. Stockdale Mustangs in the black. Stockdale comes to the line. Eye backs. Twins out to the bottom of your screen. Phil Diebel with a stoppage in play there. I don't know if he called the timeout on that or what exactly that was.
Yes, he did.
Okay, that was an official timeout. That was an official timeout. Stockdale comes to the line. Again, to give to Ojukwu up the middle, and there is nobody there. He's finally brought down by Devin Pruitt, the big running back.
Ojukwu brought down by number 3, Devin Pruitt.
And that's going to be down to about the 12-yard line. Brian, I hate to see it, but it almost looks like Swiss cheese defense to me.
Yeah, I mean, right now that's what it looks like, because he's getting carved up there by Ojukwu. And again, you see Ojukwu get these big runs. Give credit to the offensive line. You talked to Dave Boyd with in the beginning of the game. They're getting some big holes open for him, and he's running through them.
Trips through wide receivers to the bottom of your screen. Again, they give to Ojukwu, and again, nothing up the middle. Ojukwu finally brought down by number 6, Chris Burleson, just short of the goal line. It's going to be first and goal for Stockdale.
Ojukwu gets inside.
Now, this is something we alluded to in a pregame show, Brian. 328 yards rushing, but they didn't cap that game until the fourth quarter. So just because you have a lot of rushing yards does not necessarily mean it's a blowout victory.
No, but one thing that happens too, you got to remember when you're running the ball like that, that clock is moving. As you see a touchdown right there by August. But that clock moves like that, Coach. You're not going to have a lot of opportunity to put a lot of points on the board to get the game out of reach.
And there you have it, touchdown by Logan August, and Stockdale made it look almost too easy. First drive there. As we take a look, 8:47 to go here. Scott Lynch will try to put the extra point. Scott Lynch, probably the top kicker in the county and could be one of our all-area team members. We'll announce the Bright House Network's all-area team at the half. A bad snap there. Ball on the ground, picked up. The ball is still loose, and it looks like Liberty's going to fall on it, so it's just going to be a dead play.
All right.
Bad snap there. We talked about special teams can come back to be a factor in this.
Yes, sir. And we seen a game when that came back in High team. I can't remember which game we saw this year where that extra point ended up forcing them to. Oh, it almost got East. But East was able to come back and score a touchdown to beat BHS at the end of the game. But that extra point can be a crucial play because it forced East to have to score a touchdown.
And now Liberty last week had both a blocked punt and a fake punt that was successful. And like you said, that kind of stuff. Now, the difference between these two teams is probably, as we take a look at the K-Pasa instant replay, Logan August. We talked about how strong the secondary is for Liberty, but there you see their defensive line backed up, 3 yards deep in the end zone.
Well, I'm going to tell you, if I was doing scouting and I had seen the Madera game, we didn't get a chance to see the game last week against Buchanan, but we know Buchanan gets up a lot of points anyway, as we see the K-Pasa's replay on the extra point, and we'll get back to that point we were talking about. And we're going to see right here, this is snapped over his head. That's just a bad snap from the get-go.
Hard snap.
And they just do a good job of getting on it. But I hate to see my kicker going for the ball like that when the ball can't be advanced in high school.
And Lynch was hurt earlier in the year, so you definitely don't want Bobby Rocha, the kicking coach up here, does not want.
You know what? We have to get on Coach Rocha. He hasn't kicked any balls in the end zone since he's been healthy. And the first kick he kicks, he booms it 5 yards deep.
I think what we're trying to say here is maybe Coach Rocha from Stockdale isn't exactly being up front with it. He told us Scott Lynch was injured. Might be trying to feed us some false information. He told us Lynch was injured when we saw him earlier in the year against North.
Booming the ball.
And he was kicking 50-yard field goals in pregame.
And now he said he's healthy and he can't kick the ball in the end zone in 4 weeks or something. He puts the first one 5 yards deep.
And that brings up another great point. There are 2 Coach Roaches involved in this game. Bobby, the son, is the kicking coach for the Stockdale Mustangs. His father, Mr. Rocha Sr., is the offensive line coach for Liberty. It's the first time these two have ever met. Of course, Devin Pruitt with the first carry.
By number 42, Logan August.
Tackled by number 4, Tyler Skills.
Skills and Logan August.
Well, I'll tell you what, we might see ourselves a rushing game here
We
today.
could, because Pruitt had a big week last week,
Yes,
and he had a
he
big
did.
week against Madera. You see Coach Boyd right there prancing the sidelines, and both head coaches call the defense. K-Pasa replaces a little stretch play to the outside. Pruitt does a good job of getting it out there and picking up, looks like about 5 yards.
2nd and 5 here. 2 wide receivers to the top of your screen, I-backs. See the tight end shift.
Hardest to pass.
The W screen to the outside, and
That's
a
a
great
first down.
play. Let's see who the receiver is. Receiver's number 8. That's MJ Martinez. A great job there by Martinez, getting the ball and diving for the first down. I think they're trying to decide. And our head referee,
I'll tell you this.
is giving it to him.
Yeah, because from our vantage point, that looked like an easy first down from where we were sitting at.
Wasn't too easy for Martinez. Great job by him picking it up, but it will indeed be a first down as Phil Debo signals it. They come out now with trips to the bottom of your screen. That's 3 wide receivers. The lone setback is Pruitt, and good grief, he's like 7 yards, almost 8 yards off the line of scrimmage there.
I had all 4 over there.
Looks like a zone almost, and that's why they run the counter underneath, and he's got nowhere to go. Ryan Fox takes it underneath. He was in a wing formation. Number 42, Logan August.
And Logan August is really active already in this game on offense and defense.
Yes, he has been. Take a look at our score. We're in the first quarter here, the Bright House Network's high school game of the week. Only one more week to go for us. I'm the coach, Stephen G. Fulmar. On my tag team, Parker, Brian Adams, as well as our spotter, Marco. 2nd and 10 now. Shotgun here for Liberty. 2 wide receivers stretched out far to either end. 3-man routes there. Oh, not a great throw. The ball actually goes through the hands of number 6, Chris Burleson, and that ball almost picked off by number 4,
Tyler Skills. And that's one, if you're a defensive back in Skills, you want that one back in instant replay, because you could took that one maybe to the house. And you're going to see right here just a drop. It's just look like an out route, just right through his hands, just right through Burleson's hands.
He's got to come down with that.
And Skills missed a chance to take one to the house.
Quarterback Tanner Hargis, one of our young Wooldridge players to watch for Liberty, just 2 of 16 last week. He's got to have a better week, along with defensive back Chad Sorrell and running back Devin Pruitt, who had 100 yards on just 14 carries, but 4 touchdowns last week. Trips now on 3rd and 10. Hargis trying to get around the outside. He needs to get rid of that ball. Gets it off up the middle. That ball to Fox, and a great job. And that's all Tanner Hargis right there.
Yes, it is.
He gets outside the end, and that end is just coming down on him. I was afraid he was going to hold on to that and then just take the hits out of bounds.
Well, I thought he almost was going to fall down. He was trying to get out the pocket, then he kept his balance, and we might get a chance to see it right here on the K Parsons replay. But right here, he's going out. He's going to almost stumble. You can't see it against his feet, regather himself. Now he just composed himself. He has Fox. Good hands catch with Fox. Fox with a big first down.
And he got licked. First and 10 here at the Stockdale 46. I-backs, 2 wide receivers, 1 to each side of your screen. This time they run a little option to the outside. Good tackle by number 15, Kenny Shanahan. Nice little adjustment. Stockdale defended it well, but that actually looked good from Hargis and Pruitt.
It definitely did. It looked like he had an opportunity to be a big play. So that might be something as the coaching staff puts in their Rolodex right there on the little check mark on the little play sheet, and they come back to it later on.
Tell you what, I honestly wouldn't have expected that out of Tanner Hargis, but I think he's a little bit more athletic than we gave him credit to after that great scramble. He picks up about 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. Twin wide receivers to the bottom of your screen. I-backs, you see the tight end switch to the other side. Hargis, your quarterback, gives the ball to Pruitt, and Pruitt goes nowhere.
And they're running right to the big fella right there. That's Big Ben on side, and that ain't the place to be running. I mean, we saw him in the North game just dominate on that defense side of the ball.
And early on here, it looks like we talked about at the onset. Stockdale owns hash to hash. I mean, they're tough inside. But Liberty might be speedy enough to get the ball outside and down the field. You take a look at K Plus.
There's Big Ben right there just saying, hey, little fella, not
Whether
today.
it's offense or defensive line, Stockdale definitely has the advantage in that area.
I think so. I mean, you're talking about guys 6'7" and 6'4". I mean, for high school, that's huge.
300 pounds, 2 300-pounders. Shotgun now on 3rd and 8. I believe they might have taken too much time there. Phil Diebel will give us the call.
Throw on the sideline, so it might be, procedure.
Illegal procedure.
And now it's on the receiver right there on the outside. So now you're 3rd and long. But I think the one advantage I think that Liberty might have, again, like I said, is that testing the skilled players are the Stockdale Mustangs in pass defense. We know they can come up and enforce run, but put some pressure on them in their passing, see if they can cover you one-on-one. Or if they're going to play a zone, find the big open spots.
3rd and 13 is now, as you take a look there in the secondary for Stockdale, they're bumping a linebacker out to cover your slot man. Shotgun, 2 backs, twin wide receivers to the bottom of your screen. Hargis with a good drop, and again, a dropped ball by Liberty. Ball dropped by number 25, Aaron Seidelberg. And I tell you what, in games like this, you have to make those plays, don't you, Brian?
Well, I think that's the thing. You know, in big games, we all know there's going to be some mistakes here and there. It's what team can capitalize when they have a chance to make a big play. And right here, you got what you want. You got a man chasing a man, a linebacker, and if you catch the ball, you might have a chance to get somewhere. But incomplete pass, and now you're kicking to some dangerous players. And this is no disrespect to Kenny Shanahan, but that's who I'm kicking the ball towards. You cannot let Super G get his hands on it.
You don't let.
Oh, it's blocked by Skills.
To get to Super G.
Tyler Skills got it.
Blocked by Alex Solis. Devin Pruitt jumps on it. It's not going to matter either way. It's going to be Stockdale ball. And
Tyler Skills with the block.
Skills comes from the outside, and special teams.
What you talked about beforehand made a huge play because one thing. But you know what, like you said, if you're Liberty, you say, hey, we've done this before in the first week. Turn the ball over, you stop them, force a field goal because you're almost conceding 3 points, maybe not the snap, but when you get in this range of Lynch. So if you can hold them to 10 and know that people come back on them, don't panic, a lot of game left.
First down and 10 to Liberty 21, 3 wide receivers here. Give to Ojukwu. Good job by number 74 there for Liberty. Take a look at my notes. That's Andrew Stramler, did a great job. Chad Sorrell jumped on also. And he goes for no gain, and that's exactly what you need to do if you're Liberty.
Yeah, but this
Problem
is also
getting down 14-0 here is that's the Ojukwu show right there. You just keep feeding him the ball.
Yeah, but you know, like you said, you talked in the pregame with Coach Boyd, they have been known to give up leads, so I wouldn't worry about it, you know, if you're Liberty either way.
Pulled to the left side. They had him wrapped up in the backfield and unable to bring him down. He's going to pick up about 7 there.
And that's an opportunity blown. Again, another blown opportunity by the Liberty Patriots. You got a chance to tackle the man in the backfield, and there's a miss there.
Take it to K Pasta instant replay.
As we see right there, I can't see who
I believe
missed him,
that's
but
Fox that missed him.
But I mean, it's right there, and the chance to
Jared
put him now. They're
Seymour
third
ends
and
up
short.
picking up.
And this is a situation where I wouldn't be surprised you see him try to get the ball to Super G, maybe a little reverse or get him something real quick because, I mean.
This is the play to do it here. Throw that X screen out there. Yep. Super G is the man at the very bottom of your screen. Instead, they give it to the fullback. Boy, and I'll tell you what, that's just sheer determination right there because Logan August, the fullback, was caught in the backfield. He does a great job moving the ball up the field.
And 210 pounds, he's for high school, he's a pretty good sized kid. So his strength right there, he just powers the ball through the Liberty defense.
Yeah, with Cowboys, he's a pretty good sized kid. Logan August is huge for a fullback. Dan Kreider from the Steelers ain't that much bigger. Some of these Stockdale kids, man, I swear they walked off one of these college campuses or whatever and picked up some jerseys. Dr. Yokoyama there, the team doctor for Liberty. Juku to the outside. Great job getting up
like
the
Billy
field.
Lynch out there.
That's number 77, Pat Custer, as well as number 21, Jared Seymour.
Yep, Billy Lynch is out there. And
Billy
his mother,
Lynch jumps on
Cindy
also.
Lynch is up here taping the game, and she talked to us before the game, and her son makes a big play out there on that outside end. You see him right there roping them down. That's a great tackle on Ojukwu.
2nd and 12 now from about the 11.5-yard line. The sticks say they can get a first down, but it's going to be like 1 inch. Hoff had him open. He had number 30, Mike Jones underneath, and Hoff just kind of misfires a little too high.
And Mike Jones at 6'3", 180, that's a hard kid to overthrow like that. But it looks like Hoff's got to settle down just a little bit. He made a good throw to open the game. He had to settle down and just right there, Mike Jones was just wide open.
Yeah, he didn't have a real great game last week, only 11 of 21. But when your running back rushes for 328, you don't have to do a whole lot.
You just don't make mistakes.
Right.
You go to old Trent Dilfer when he won a Super Bowl, just don't make mistakes.
Now they come out with the 3-slot look here. Juku, of course, you're set. That's Super G, Garrett Anthony. They got him on a swing, throws it. And once again, just too easy. You cannot put a linebacker out on Super G, and that's exactly what they did. And he simply outruns Ryan Fox to the end zone on the wheel route.
And that's what makes this kid special right there, is his ability. I mean, even when he caught the ball, Fox is right there, but his ability to instantly accelerate, he just walked in after that, took 2 quick bursts, and then walked in. But again, as a defensive player, I got to know the ball is going to 1 or 2 people in that situation. Ojukwu or Anthony. You got to force them to go somewhere else.
Okay, now we know that the last field goal attempt was an adventure. So we'll see what they can do here. Extra point attempt. Ooh, Liberty had some guys in there, but Lynch, regardless. Now, strange call there. Are you surprised they didn't go for 2 there, Brian?
No, it's still early in the game. You don't, at this stage in the game, especially when you talk about guys coming back on, you don't want to necessarily go for 2 right now. You may not need it. Wait till you say, okay, now they get, second half, the climate of the game, and then you can say, okay, now we need to go for it.
2:11 left to go in the first quarter. Stockdale Mustangs up 13-0 on the Liberty Patriots, and this Liberty Patriot team really needs to regroup right now.
Yeah, and I think the thing is they had some success. They were moving the ball. They just had a drop there, and that kind of stifled, and a penalty. And we're talking about a team, as Coach Boyd said, is the least penalized team in the area.
Take a look at K-Pasa instant replay.
And that was just a simple situation where they faked the reverse to him, they let him go out in the flats, and like a little swing pass he do to a running back, and just toss it out to him. And it was just a nice, easy toss, and pitch and catch, walk in the park, touchdown.
There you go. Now Liberty needs to regroup. Lynch kicks off, and a shorter one here. He does not get this one into the end zone. It's taken by Jeff Burleson. Burleson runs it out to about the 26. Not a bad return there before he's brought down by
Tim Armstrong.
Tim Armstrong, number 12.
And number 30,
Liberty, not bad field position to start off this drive at about the 26-yard line. Quarterback Tanner Hargis brings his squad back out. Take a look at the head coaches today for Stockdale. Dave Boyd.
K-Pasa the replay right there. They're going to get it back. And just going to see
that's Weaver. I'm sorry, that's
takes
Nick
to the
Weaver,
outside, and we saw him have a good rushing game too. They were switching off series, he and Pruitt. So They got some capable offensive players here at Liberty.
Come out, eye back, strong left formation, twin wide receivers to the bottom of your screen. Hargis drop back, and he's going to throw. Got a deep drop. He almost made it look like a screen drop. Gets it outside to Pruitt, and Pruitt. See, now that's the kind of plays that Liberty runs well, though. Just a little screen there. From up here, we can tell it's a screen because the quarterback drops back there. You take a look at Dave Boyd. 11-0 this year, 5-0 in the Southwest Yosemite League. His squad beat 9th-seeded Bullard. Now look how deep that drop is.
And
he tosses to Pruitt.
And they read it well, too. I mean, that's a situation where the players running the play just beat the other team. So the read was out there.
Eye back, strong left again. 2 wide receivers to the top of your screen this time. This time they give it to Pruitt. A great read by Pruitt. I think that ball was intended to go outside. Pruitt saw that everybody was shifting. Tackle by Logan August.
And Logan August is busy tonight.
Yes, he is. Well, he was busy the last time we saw him, too.
Yeah, that's true.
On the Liberty side, you have Chad Provençal. Chad 11-1 this year, 5-0 in the Southeast Yosemite League. They're coming off a big victory over Buchanan last week, 52-20. Coach Provençal, the one who ran past us, said Swiss cheese as we were doing the call the other day, but good coaches can kid with us about that. Not take this too personal. Great draw up the middle by quarterback Tanner Hargis. He just follows his center before he's brought down by number 33.
And I like that play right there. They realized that there was something open. They just got there and just goosed it real quick and took off.
There's the Patriot. Patriot getting a kiss. Jared Massey and Logan Augustin on a tackle for Stockdale.
See, that's how you neutralize those big boys up front, see. Just come up there and just snap it real quick, and they can't even get off the ball.
Yep. Great call there. Great call. Interesting here, 2nd and 3. They come out in the shotgun. 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers spread out wide. Throws it to the inside. Woo, that one played tricks on me. As I looked out, I thought that ball was going up to the top, but instead,
Burleson went inside, and the ball was thrown as it's going to be a streak to the outside. And so that's just a miscommunication by the quarterback and the receiver on which way you're going to go. But that's what I thought Liberty had to do. We talked about in the opening, is test the secondary, because you can see right now there's guys behind them. And last week, there were guys behind the secondary last week, and they just dropped 3 balls for Bullard. So if there is a weakness, that's where it is.
And actually, he had him there. A good throw gets it done. Now brings up 3rd and 5. I-backs, twin wide receivers to the top of your screen. Hargis turns around, gives it to the fullback Fox, and he goes nowhere. It's number 45, Aaron Bauman. Takes it, and that's going to end our first quarter. Just 3 quarters left in this one with the Stockdale Mustangs 13, the Liberty Patriots 0. A little bit of technical difficulties there. Stockdale gets the ball back after a Liberty punt. Great coverage by the Liberty special teams. Give to Francis Ojukwu in the first play of the second quarter. And Ojukwu picks up about 4 before he's tackled by Ryan Fox.
And Ojukwu, he plays that throwback football, no wristbands, just bare arms and helmet and give me some shoulder pads.
Stockdale comes to the line, 2nd and 7. Give up the middle to Ojukwu again. Good tackle by number 74, Andrew Stramler. Pickup of about, looks like 2.
Yeah.
It's going to bring up 3rd and 4 now for Stockdale. But that's what Liberty needs. They need these shutdowns here because
they need a shutdown right here on this
They force
play.
Stockdale to punt from here.
That's
They're
right.
going to have good field position.
They sure will. And they got some returners themselves, so they got people that can make plays for them.
Yes, they do. Trips, they got the bunch formation up top there. Ojukwu, your lone setback. Fakes to Ojukwu. Hoff under pressure. Gets the ball out.
First down. So that's 34.
To number 34,
Sergio
Hernandez.
See,
and he just gets the first down. Good job by Dan Hoff.
But that's what makes this team so difficult to stop. You want to talk about undefeated teams and championship teams. How do you first get undefeated? You got to have the horses. Stockdale Mustangs, they had the Mustangs or the horses to play. You have 2 superstar offensive players with Garrett, Anthony, and
Stockdale
Ojukwu.
Mustangs. I get it.
Mustangs. You got that.
You got the horse.
And then Hoff. Hoff is your quarterback, triggering it off. Then you got Sergio Hernandez and Mike Jones,
Nice.
who get everything going for you. So offensively, they're a hard team to stop.
1st and 10 at their own 35. They fake to Super G on the outside. Ojukwu to the outside. He's brought down, I believe, that's number 43, Chad Sorrell, on the tackle for Liberty. Now, it looks like Liberty's defense settling down a little bit. They're keying on Ojukwu a little bit now, forcing him to earn every yard he gets.
And we got to remember, too, this defense thrives off turnovers. When you got one person sitting there with 13 interceptions, they got fumble recoveries, they thrive off turnovers. They can't get turnovers. That makes it tough to play for them.
And I believe that's, Chad Sorrell, or is that Jeff Burleson with 13? Give the ball outside to Super G, and that's what Super G does for you right there. Finally brought down by Chad Sorrell. I believe it's Jeff Burleson leads the county with 13 interceptions.
But look at the blocking that was out there in front of them. I mean, they just wanted them to just clear out the way. And with this kid's speed, there's no defense for speed except for Hope. Hope is the only defense against speed.
Turnovers.
And right there, he's going to cut it up. And with his speed, he's picked up 14, 15 on you.
And Sorrell doesn't make that tackle there.
He's gone.
He might go the distance.
Oh, there ain't no might.
1st and 10 at the 45 of Liberty now. 3 wide receivers. Ojukwu, another good tackle. I believe, again, number 51, Jimmy Clausen with the tackle. Pickup of, looks like about 3. We'll say 2.
Yep, and again, the defense right now is another chance to put them in 3rd and long, but they have to make the play. Force a punt. Because even if you have to go 90 yards, you may not score, but at least you stopped them from scoring again, so you got the game in a manageable distance, 13-0. There's still a lot of game left. If you start getting down 20, 21-0 against this team, you put yourself in too deep of a hole.
Yes, you are. 2nd and 8 here for Stockdale at the Liberty 43. Fake to Ojukwu. Dan Hoff going to drop back to pass. A little bit behind number 30 there. That's twice that he has not been able to hook up with Mike Jones. Maybe he needs to find Super G a little bit there, because him and Jones just aren't clicking.
And they're just not clicking tonight. But like I was talking about, what makes championship team first, offensively, you have to be able to put points. They have it covered with multiple players. Defensively, you got to have a line that can put pressure. They have that. And then they make plays in the secondary as well. And like I said, the one thing they might be weak at is secondary, but to win championships, to be undefeated, you got to get some breaks. Last week they got some breaks. Guys behind them, they dropped the ball.
They did.
I don't care what level of sport you're in. You don't get breaks, you ain't winning a championship.
3rd and 8 now, trips. Again, they put Super G in motion. I'd watch that wheel. They got the double reverse. The ball was on the ground, and he really doesn't have anywhere to go. As I take a look, I believe that's 19 ends up getting it on a double reverse. Justin Lay. Once that ball was fumbled, that
like
just
rugby.
Kinda,
That's like Australian rules football right there, bouncing the ball.
Yep.
See right here the reverse. We can't really see the ball on the ground, but you can pick it up. And there's just nowhere to run to as the Liberty Patriots team almost makes a tackle on that one.
Tanner Hargis there had come up the field as a DB and made a great play.
And they did what they had to do defensively. They got the ball back to the offense, but be careful right now. It's a great situation. Do a fake punt.
I can't see who the lone setback is for Liberty. Number 6, I believe that is Weaver.
That's Burleson.
No, Burleson, I'm sorry. Short punt by Lynch. Burleson is going to let it go.
It was almost blocked.
Yes, it was almost blocked. And Liberty does have a good special teams now.
They do. I mean,
again, you got young Rocha versus old Coach Rocha. Older Coach Rocha.
Rocha.
Pop Rocha, there you go.
Now the question is, did Pop Rocha teach young Rocha?
There he is right there. There's Mr. Rocha.
Did Pop Rocha teach young Rocha all his tricks? See, that's the question. How many tricks does young Rocha know?
Funny, Papa Rocha always tells me this is probably going to be his last year, and every year he's back out there. He was at Liberty under Rick Van Horn as well. 1st and 10 at the 23. Shotgun here for Liberty. 7:17 left to go in the first half. Hargis throws it down the middle. He's got a man and a great reception. That's number 1, Steve Yoder.
Good throw, too.
Yes, it was.
Good throw by Hargis.
I'll tell you what, he hits him in stride, though, and Yoder goes the distance on that one.
But they found something they can work with.
Right.
You see right here, the thing is, isolate your receivers. Make these secondary players make a play. Harris gets the ball off, no pressure, great position by the line, and then great extension for the ball right there in Yoder in concentration.
1st and 10 at the Stockdale 45. Split backs here, twin wide receivers to the top of your screen. Liberty trying to get themselves on the board. This time they give it to Devin Pruitt. Good read by Pruitt. He's got a first down and more. He's finally brought down by number 17, Mitchell Farley.
That's going to be close
Takes
to a first down.
Tyler Scales wasn't thinking about tackling. He just wanted to put a hit on somebody.
Yeah.
But a great run by Devin Pruitt, and that's another 10 yards first down. Liberty with Stockdale reeling just a little bit here. 1st and 10 at the Liberty 35.
Well, we saw this when he played Madera, his ability to have patience and accelerate. He's real patient when he runs the ball. For those of you, it's your first time getting a chance to see him. Devin is very patient. Then when he sees the hole, he just pops off and accelerates, and he's able to pick up yardage.
Good job by that Liberty offensive line sealing to that outside. Pruitt was going to turn it upside. Saw, Tanner Hargis with an errant pass looking for number 8. MJ Martinez, and Hargis just poor toss there.
Now, I tell you, I like to see passes, but I think you got something going down the field. You got some. Don't play into their hand. That's what Stockdale wants you to throw is underneath them. Because these kids tackle well for Stockdale. They come up out secondary well.
And they hit
put the pressure on them to cover you in space. That's an easy coverage for any corner, any strong safety to come inside out. He feels from the outside in. You got the player. Unless you throw in somebody super G.
2nd and 10 at the 35. 3 wide receivers to the bottom. Heavy pressure here for Hargis. Hargis does a good job getting rid of it.
Now, see, I don't. What's the penalty? Now, it's either going to be roughing the quarterback, because it can't be throwing the ball away. He's out the box, isn't he?
No,
intentional grounding. In high school, you can't. You just can't. You got to throw it at somebody.
And see,
but he still had a receiver out that area.
I still don't. I don't quite. And this is, of course, it's nothing local. It's just I don't understand how you could not put that in for high school kids. How can you have the rules that let college and pro quarterbacks throw it away, but you got to have high school kids just taking a hit? I don't understand that rule interpretation. But I think as we take a look at Cape Pasa instant replay, he's trying to get rid of the ball under heavy pressure by Aaron Ballman.
But
there's Little Rocha.
Yeah, there's Little Rocha. But I thought there was a receiver out near that area. I mean, he wasn't right there, but there was a receiver in that general area.
And that really hurts too. That really hurts. It's 3rd and about 18 because that's loss of down too.
I mean that's tough. You're gonna make the kid take a hit and a sack. I'm with you at that. And that's not anything against the field. That's just a rule that.
That's a rule I don't like. Shotgun there. 3 wide receivers. Hargis just tries to put that one up, and his receiver gave up on it. Intercepted by number 17.
There's a block in the back.
That's got to be a block in the back, and it does. And a late hit, though, that's going to hurt now because now they get the late hit.
That's going to offset each other, won't it?
The interception's going to be Mitchell Farley.
Well, you got a little temper starting to flare.
I'll tell you what. That's almost as good as a punt. I mean,
it was. I was going to say the same thing. I mean, that works almost better than a punt until you get the penalty at the end.
Because you didn't give the ball to Garrett Anthony. We take a look at Phil Debo and his crew. And again, we want to remind you that I don't want him making. Take a look there. Debo's telling him holding on Liberty. Declined. Illegal push in the back to Stockdale.
They're just going to say they're offset.
Oh, okay. I see. Because if they took the holding, they'd have to make them kick it again. So they'll decline that. Go ahead and take the penalty. Now we'll take a look at the whole thing here on the Cape Pasa instant replay. Hargis just throws this ball up. And another, boy, I'll tell you what, the young man can throw.
Yeah.
Now the block in the back.
The receiver stopped.
Right there. Now he falls down and bam!
Yeah, now see, I don't know how they missed that one. There's a little
pushing and shoving there. But that's the way it should be. I mean, you're one game from the championship game, man. Probably got to get a little chippy once in a while. 1st and 10 for Stockdale at their own probably 12-yard line. They come out with 3 wide receivers. Lone setback is Ujuku, of course. Now they go to 4 wide receivers. Give the ball outside to Ujuku. And a great job getting up the field by number 55.
Billy Lynch.
Billy Lynch. That's a great job
That's two great plays he's made out there.
We talked about keeping how that defensive end has to keep his outside shoulder free.
You're right.
And that's what he did there. He forced to the outside, said, hey, you're not going to, if you want to cut it up and under, fine, I ain't going to get you.
And that's my linebacker's job. I'm going to do my job,
right.
though.
Look, Lynch wasn't even down. Did you see?
You see how he got it?
Ooh, he even went to a double team.
Yes, he did. That's just a great individual effort.
From the running back, that is a great effort. The first half, a quick half so far, we're down to about 5:40 left in the first half of this ball game. It's now second about 12 from the 8, now about second and 14. Hoff trying to throw the fade. He's got Super G. And Anthony catches it.
Over the shoulder, Willie Mays style.
Well, I'll tell you what, I don't know how at any time you can have, we talked about this off air at the beginning, is how you cannot have your safety rolling over to help you on Super G.
So, the reason why you can't is because you got Ojukwu and you got Mike Jones and you got Sergio Hernandez. I mean, if you're going to do it, you got to disguise when you're going to do it. Just over the shoulder. And that's just a great throw. We really couldn't see the catch, but I mean, it's a great throw because it's only put where Super G could get it. And the thing is, when you're going to go jam a guy that's faster than you, you better get him or hold him. Take the penalty. It's only 15 yards, not 30.
This time they give it to Ojukwu up the middle. We talked about
40.
this.
Right. I think a lot of kids have forgot, or maybe not taught it, where you got a situation where a kid can make a big play like that, you kind of miss him, tackle him. Because it's only a 15-yard penalty, but you're taking a chance on giving, 40 yards or a touchdown, Yep.
And with Super G, you know it's coming. This ain't the second week of the season.
No.
You know what Super G can done. He's done it all year.
If he's able to get around me, then I tackle him. If he's able to get around.
You just drag him down, take the 15-yard pass interference call. I backs now, 2 wide receivers, one to the top, one to the bottom of your screen. Again, to give to Ojukwu. Great job again by this defense. An attack was made by Ryan Fox, but I got to tell you, Billy Lynch again forced Ojukwu to go outside.
And that's the job of the lineman. Your job is, if he comes outside, I get him, or if I make him stop or do anything else, they'll clean it up.
There
Good
you
job
see
by
Lynch.
And then right there,
Ojukwu had nowhere to go. Brings up a 3rd and 10. Now, what I was alluding to earlier is Ojukwu never comes out of the game. This is an Iron Man. This is the kid. He's in every single play. Take a look at Boyd there. Somebody trying to explain him something. Boyd doesn't look like he's paying much attention.
Got him again.
Heavy rush there. Good job by Hoff. What? And you better bring him down. He got to pick up that first down.
Now, how about that for a secondary player? You got him covered, but because the ball was thrown and came out funny and behind, ends up being a catch.
That is an incredible job. I honestly wonder if Hoff wasn't just trying to throw that away. He just throws it away in a general direction.
I think he got hit while he was throwing it, or the pressure just forced the ball to come out, not how he wanted it. But had it come out the way he wanted, it would have been an interception.
Yep. The DB's trying to go for the ball. He reads
it. Hit, and the ball just floats up, and the DB falls. And that shows you, too, for a small guy.
4th and 3 here, 4th and 2. Gives it up the middle, and that's going to be very close. I don't think he got it.
And this Liberty team is known for stuffing those short yardage runs.
We saw that earlier.
You asked those Bakersfield High drillers, because that cost them an SYL championship.
43, Chad Sorrell stops him on 4th down. Liberty dodges a bullet. 4th and 3, they tried. Stockdale came to the line so fast, we didn't even have a chance to give it to you. They just came up so quick.
But I like that call, too. I mean, I really do, because you're up 13-0, and if you can put another touchdown on the board, I mean, you come in the half with 21-7 or 21-3, 23. I mean, you got a chance to really put this game away. I like that call. But now you're Liberty. I think they got to go back and test the defensive backs deep.
And they are back in you can't see it on your screen, but they are back in cover 1. Just one safety back to help here. He's got a man open. He throws it. A fantastic pass by Tanner Hargis. I'll tell you what.
And Burleson did a good job of snatching it.
He threw that ball so hard that Burleson was the only one that could catch it, but there were 2 DBs. I'll tell you what, number 17, Mitchell Farley, was not far from this. You take a look here at the very end. Farley was right there. Great throw by Hargis.
Great coverage by Farley. But that's what I think Liberty has to do. They have to test this secondary.
1st and 10 here at the 19, and Liberty Hargis' offensive line giving him the time to throw a little bit here. Shotgun, they give the ball to Pruitt. Pruitt around the left side, and he is going to get caught. That's the big fella Ballman.
Yep.
That's a great job by Ballman there, because I think Devin did have room to get. But, boy, you got to think pitchers have got to try to get something on the scoreboard here.
I think the way to go to it is they're not getting pressure on you. Stockdale's not putting a lot of pressure on you in terms of blitzing anybody, so you got time to throw it. I think you got to take advantage of the secondary.
3 wide receivers, trips down to the bottom of the screen on 2nd and 10. Hargis gets hit, and he's forced to throw, and it's almost picked off. Number 15, Kenny Shanahan. But I tell you what, Hargis had the man coming across the field.
Yep.
He was just rushed. A good job by the Stockdale
Well, that time they finally
line.
brought somebody. You're going to see off the edge. You'll see 2 players come off. Skills came across, and somebody else we didn't see it on that replay. But they were coming on that time with a blitz. But see, that's what happens. If you go first down and you get no yardage, you know, you
can pin your ears back.
Yeah, you can pin your ears back. Like, again, you know you can pin them back again.
3rd and 10 at the 49-yard line now. Shotgun, 2 wide receivers to the very wide part of the field here. 2 wide receivers, and Stockdale showing blitz again. They are going to bring him. Hargis trying to get rid of it, and he's got nowhere to go. That's another case where I think you got to get rid of it, though. Well, he's gun shy now. He's gun shy.
He can get a penalty. See, this is
we take a look at the instant replay. This is what I don't like right here.
Right.
Now they come out in the split backs. Both those guys are blocking. You only have 2 guys in the routes.
Yeah, you got 3. They had 3 guys in the route. They had all 3 receivers out in the route. But the problem is your pass pro. The running backs went inside. Those running backs got to be turning looking out. You want to make those guys go around the bubble to get the quarterback, so that allows the quarterback to step up and he has a pocket. When you go inside like those backs do, then there's nothing for the quarterback but to run right.
1:51 left to go in the half. We have a timeout on the field. I can't see. I believe Stockdale took it. They want some time here at the half. And I'll tell you what, this Liberty team needs to try to get on the scoreboard here. Create your own instant replays with the new digital video recorder from Bright House Networks. You can rewind and pause live TV right from your remote control. Call 323-4892 to order your DVR today. That number again, 323-4892. 2 backs, low snap, but he still gets it off, but it's a line drive to Super G. Looked like they tried to set up, and he gets caught by his own guy.
That's coming back.
Plus,
you can walk that off the other way.
Number 15, Kenny Shanahan. Kenny Shanahan was trying to block. First, a guy gets blocked in the back, shoved into him, then Super G trips over.
Yep. So you get blocked and you get a tackle.
That's one where you go back in and say, Coach, get me off the special teams. This is killing me. I want to remind everybody, next week, take a look at this one again.
Short kick right there. Super did a good job of fielding it. And you're going to see coming our screen right on the ground. But there was a block in the back.
So, Stockdale now back at their own, 17-yard line. Go with the draw to Ojukwu. Ojukwu brought down by number 77 for Liberty. That's Pat Custer.
Number 77, Pat Custer.
Now I wouldn't
Clock
be surprised
continues to
though,
run, and
if they try to throw one deep and see if they can get Super G up top again.
Stockdale with 2 timeouts remaining, but they seem just anxious enough. We had a problem there. Official timeout.
Oh,
they had a hurt player.
Problem.
Oh, yeah. Oh, mouthpiece. That's what it was.
Oh.
He ripped off his helmet as he come off pointing at his mouth. He's trying to find a mouthpiece. 2nd and about 7 here. They try to throw the screen here to Super G, and that was very well defensed.
Yeah.
And Hobbs pass intended for Garrett Anthony.
Number 43. 45. Ryan Fox with a fantastic job. Fox saw that the whole way. That stops the clock, and I'll tell you what, from right here, if they can hold on 3rd and 7.
Liberty got 3 timeouts.
3 timeouts.
And
they'll get the ball back with about 45.
Slip screen to the receiver, and whether
That's
it was, even if he
Fox
caught
right
it, it's going to be
there.
a tackle right there. So not that big of a deal.
3rd and 7 here for Stockdale. Twin wide receivers to the top. Hoff tries to throw, and it's caught. Man.
This time Mike Jones catches it. Now, they're going to call timeout because they
Finally,
got 2.
Jones catches it. Now they're going to try to hurry up
No,
and get
I
it
saw
to
the coach on the
Mike
sideline yelling
Jones.
timeout. But I wouldn't call timeout, just have you play. See, they're calling timeout.
Yep.
See, right now what you do, coach, is you call a couple plays. Hey, incomplete pass, we huddle up. If we catch the ball, this is the play we're going to run next. So you don't have to burn the timeout, especially if you get a first down. You already got your plays called already.
Man, and I just wonder about that. 3rd and 7. You don't really worry about a Juku. How is a guy that wide open? Hoff, that's just a pitch and a catch. Just an open catch.
He's been open.
But
Hoff's been missing him. He's been open. He's been open.
That one hurts. Take a look at Super G next to Big Ben Osai.
And look at both of them. Look
Even
like
the Juku ain't even close to Osai there.
Look like the Ewoks and Chewbacca out there.
First and 10. There you see Coach Boyd trying to give it to him. Big Ben Osai there. And he is a big one. First and 10 at the 34 for Stockdale. 4 wide receivers here out of the shotgun. Hoff is going to throw it up. He got decked. Ball underthrown.
Oh, he almost made a great catch.
Almost made a great catch, but a great job by number 21, Jared Seymour. That ball actually ends up in Super G's hands, and Seymour dives at him. His helmet knocks the ball out of the play. Good job by Seymour.
It was. That's a great call.
And right there's Super G double teamed and still almost comes up with it.
Well, they're playing a zone, so it's not really much of a double team. They're just dropping deep, and they know they're trying to pass the ball. And that's just a great job of staying in your zone. You didn't let them get deeper than you. Great call, though, to call the corner route. And again, you can huddle up, call a play. If you catch it, run your play. And they got enough time to get in field goal range.
Trips again to the bottom of the screen. Hoff rolls out. He's under pressure, throws it. That one, I believe.
Shanahan right there, incomplete. And that was behind Shanahan. And again, you got to remember, you're saying, well, he's a little off. He's rolling to his left. As a right-handed quarterback, he's trying to throw back. You know, Ibarra probably is the best kid I've seen at it, able to roll either way in his left. And he has the ability to square his shoulders up even when he wants to throw the ball back.
King, another good one at doing that, squaring his shoulders to the line of scrimmage. 36 seconds left to go.
We hadn't heard his scores. Well,
14, West High School 0.
West High School's down 14-0 to Tulare Western.
Okay, Hoff again drops back, and this time he's looking for Super G, and a great job.
Oh, they're going to call.
Whoa! I like that call.
I know Coach Provençal is not going to be happy with that.
Justin Rossi.
I know he will not be happy with that call.
Man.
East High 10, San Joaquin Memorial 7.
East High is up on San Joaquin Memorial 7-3.
Here you go right here. It's going to throw a little out route.
See what happens.
And it was hard.
I'll tell you what he did is he put that hand on him. That's what it was.
Well, that situation, he didn't need it because he broke on that so well. He could have picked that one off. But now, because of incomplete pass and penalty, clock is still at 31. And they got enough time to get in field goal range.
4 wide receivers, 1 lone setback. Hoff back in the shotgun. What do Juku? Juku drips off as a swing. He's got pressure. Swings it out to a Juku. It looked like a Juku picked it off the ground, but it did.
Hoff, he's a little shaking up back there.
Yeah, they definitely don't want this. He gets up. It looks like he got hit in the hand.
Yeah, especially
he's holding that hand.
With this cold air, too.
Whacked it off a helmet or something.
I tell you, that drop was the best thing that happened to Stockdale right there.
Yes, it did.
It's hard to see what happened to him. Yep.
It looked like he got a helmet. I don't know. Hoff coming back out.
Derek Jeter on that one.
2nd and 10 here. Stockdale at their own 48-yard line. 26 seconds left to go. 3 wide receivers to the bottom of your screen. Francis Ojukwu, your lone setback. Hoff again in the shotgun. That time Hoff fumbles it. He holds on to it. Tries to throw it out for Ojukwu. And because it's a backward pass, they play it.
They're letting too much time because they said that timeout call as soon as the play was down. See,
I agree there, 13
that's
seconds.
where the simple things like everybody has to be on the same page. As a receiver, a lot of times I'm already out there by the official. You know, I can come. I know that we want to call timeout. I run right by the official. As soon as he's down, get that timeout. And I mean, this is a disaster from the get-go. Ball drop, another ball on the ground. They're saying
now, as you see there, yeah, in the K-Pot sent some replays. As you saw, the ball hit the ground, and he was still. The referees let it go because it was tossed behind the line of scrimmage. So, and Stockdale calls a timeout, and all the Liberty fans boo. But you know, that's a good job here. One good pass.
Well, it was tossed.
Lynch.
It was still tossed back because he throws it forward, it's incomplete pass.
Right. But they have a good field goal kicker in Lynch. You get yourself another 15 yards.
He kicked in pregame. He was on the 40 and put it in 10 yards deep, right through the upright. So
they get themselves another 15, but now the problem is no timeouts. But you get a first down, get up and spike it. 3 wide receivers to the top of the screen, 3rd and about 9 here. See Super G coming across and a bad snap.
Just fall down. Good play by Hoff right there.
Good job by Hoff, not trying to pick it up.
Right there, Hoff.
And they're just going to let that one run out. Well,
Chad got 3 timeouts himself. They haven't snapped. They're having snap issues.
True.
So
they're having quarterback hand issues too. He's not holding on to the ball.
So you might want to go for it and see if you can't try to block a kick real quick.
There you take a look at Dave
Yeah, Boyd ain't happy about that.
Not too happy with.
He's like, no, we got to fix that.
Offensive coordinator Brad Showers, obviously not too happy.
Like, we got to fix that.
Well, the thing here, what you do is you force them to punt, and now Burleson this is a team that blocked a kick last weekend, blocked a punt, and also you're putting Burleson back.
Yep, and, you know, the last punt we saw was not the best punt in the world, and it was almost blocked.
Right.
So I might pin my tails back because there's 6 seconds left. Even if you run to get the penalty, the half is over anyway. You know, it's going to be only 2 or 3 seconds. They're going to take a knee. They're not going to take a chance on another disaster or a snap. So I go 11 man, go for it.
At the
10
break.
10 men, go for it. Leave the guy back. I said, can't go 11. But I go 10 men and just go for it.
At the break, we're going to talk to Matt Alvarez, the all-county punter.
That's what they're doing.
A young man who's trying to get into Notre Dame. We're going to talk to him at the half.
They got 11. I guess I was right the first time.
The Foothill standout will be with us for a halftime interview. Yeah, they're bringing everybody. Liberty wants this one.
Throw a pass to somebody.
And he just gets it off. Time's going to run out on him. And that will end the first half. It's been all Stockdale Mustangs. At the end of the first stanza, Stockdale Mustangs 13, Liberty Patriots 0.
You're watching the high school football game of the week on Bright House Networks.
Hey babe, what's for dinner?
Golf with your friends, but take your wife to dinner.
Our firm has been successful because it really has kept the service idea firmly in mind at all times.
Many decades ago, John Young and Camp Halden formed our water law department to serve the Valley and our agricultural clients. While a lot has changed since then, our commitment to serving our clients has not.
From agricultural and business law to estate planning, the law offices of Young Woldridge, a full-service law firm since 1939.
Every day is a red tag day at Barber Honda Used Car and Truck Center. We don't have slasher sale. We have everyday low prices. And Barber Honda's Used Car and Truck Center is the only place to find certified used Hondas. And we have them. Lots to choose from. The best in quality and price. If you're looking for a used car or truck, do not buy before you shop with us. Barber Honda's everyday red tag cars and trucks. And Barber Honda's certified used cars.
Something big is coming to Barber Honda, 4500 Weibel Road at the entrance to the Bakersfield Auto Mall.
'Tis days before Christmas, and all through this land, Bright House Networks is giving back to lend a helping hand. Get 3 months of digital service and the DVR at half price. Installation for only $4.95, $2 of which goes to charity. You shouldn't think twice. So call Bright House Networks now and help give back to those in need. Get the best entertainment around at the best prices indeed. Happy holidays from Bright House Networks.
And now we're proud to bring you the Silver Mustang Marching Band from Stockdale High School.
You're watching the high school football game of the week on Bright House Networks.
Every day since 1939, the law offices of Young Wooldridge has been helping people just like you. John and Bobby Crump turned to Young Wooldridge when he was hit by an inattentive driver.
When we first went in, it was a real traumatic time, and John was on crutches.
They looked like we was really special.
Exactly.
And they was real professional.
You just felt like they were being honest right from the very beginning.
The law offices of Young Wooldridge, serving people like you since 1939.
Every day is a red tag day at Barber Honda Used Car and Truck Center. We don't have slasher sale. We have everyday low prices. And Barber Honda's Used Car and Truck Center is the only place to find certified used Hondas. And we have them. Lots to choose from. The best in quality and price. If you're looking for a used car or truck, do not buy before you shop with us. Barber Honda's everyday red tag cars and trucks. And Barber Honda's certified used cars.
Something big is coming to Barber Honda, 4500 Weibel Road at the entrance to the Bakersfield Auto Mall.
Hey, babe, what's for dinner?
Golf with your friends, but take your wife to dinner.
'Tis days before Christmas, and all through this land, Bright House Networks is giving back to lend a helping hand. Get 3 months of digital service and the DVR at half price. Installation for only $4.95, $2 of which goes to charity. You shouldn't think twice. So call Bright House Networks now and help give back to those in need. Get the best entertainment around at the best prices indeed. Happy holidays from Bright House Networks.
And we're back here at the high school game of the week. I'm the coach, Stephen G. Folmar. I look like Nanook of the North, and then this guy here looks like he just came off the beach. I'm here with Matt Alvarez. Matt, thank you for joining us here.
It's a pleasure to be here.
First of all, Matt is the son of the kicking coach, our kicking coach for the Blitz, Lorenzo Alvarez. Your dad is also the kicking coach for Bakersfield College.
That's correct.
Now, he's passed a little of that on to you, I'd say. Matt, you were named All-League punter this year out at Foothill.
Yeah. So, it's an honor to be All-League punter, definitely. We've had a little bit of a tough season out there, with but we made the most of the guys that we had. We just never gave up on the effort.
Now, you guys had a lot of troubles with injuries. You played wide receiver and DB. I think you were one of their top receivers and everything. But your quarterback got hurt. Eric Velez, who had some great rushing days, got hurt. I mean, that's really got to put a damper on your season a little bit.
Well, Eric was definitely a standout running back, as was Mario. He was a great quarterback, And with them going down, we had to have other players step up. And we did. We ended up winning the homecoming game, which is the game that they got hurt. And it's just everybody stepped up that needed to.
Now, your dad works with you all the time. You're a kicker and punter. Now, there's some big-time schools looking at you now. You've been talking with Notre Dame. You've been talking with New Mexico State, a few other places. How's the college search going for you?
Well, Notre Dame's definitely my dream. That's been, I've looking forward to that since I was a little kid. I've always wanted to go to Notre Dame, watched Rudy about 100 times. And the key is I just got to keep practicing, because the more I practice, the better I get. And I have a competition coming up here in January. Looking forward to that. I'm going to be going with Scott Lynch and also Okarski from Liberty.
And both those kickers in the game today, we've talked on the air about what kind of game those two bring to the table. Now, Matt, you wanted to go to Notre Dame, Tyrone Willingham. Now that's hard. That's a great coach that you've lost there.
Yeah, he is. He was a great coach. He did really well in his first season. I don't think they gave him enough time. I just don't. You need to get your 4 years in so you can have new fresh recruits. And I don't think they gave him enough time.
And you look at the starting quarterback. Quinn was sophomore.
Quinn was a sophomore this year. Yeah.
Starting running back was a true freshman. I mean, you imagine what those guys will be like in 3 years, and somebody's going to be reaping the rewards. Well, I've been here with Matt Alvarez, All-League punter from Foothill. Also, for all you people that might be a little prejudiced towards the kickers, Matt was also wide receiver and DB out there, starter. And coming off a great year, as you take a look at Brent Morrell, another one of the high school athletes. Morrell, the quarterback from Centennial, blew out his knee earlier in the year. And we're ready to get back to action. Matt, thank you much for joining us.
Right,
and I hope you make it to Notre Dame there, boss.
Right, thanks a lot, Coach. Appreciate it.
I'm going to bring back in my tag team partner, Brian Adams. And we are back underway. Kick goes to Liberty, and Liberty, now, the big thing is, as well as they've played in the first half here, Liberty, they drive down here and get a touchdown, and they're not far out of this game.
Nope, right back in it. 13-6. They get to the point, 13-7. They're one touchdown away from a tie, an extra point away from a lead. So you're right. And I think, like I said, they got to go back to trying to exploit the secondary, because trying to just pound the ball has not worked so far in the first half anyway.
Now, last we heard, East is up 10-7 at the half in their game. West was losing last we heard. The give inside to Devin Pruitt, and he goes nowhere on the toss. He's actually going to lose about 2 yards. Number 45, the big fella, Aaron Ballman. Man, I want to look like him when I grow up.
Neil Hopper. That was a host of silver and black on that tack.
Yes, they were. Tackled back at the 19, so it'll be 2nd and 11 for Liberty. We're starting the third quarter, the high school game of the week right here on the Bright House Network, channel 21. Here Friday nights at 10:30 p.m., re-aired Saturday morning at 10:30 a.m. And we will be here next week, as because we've got 2 Bakersfield area teams tonight, one's going to be around tomorrow. Good pass outside on a wide receiver screen. Steve Yoder again with the reception. Minimal gain, picks up.
Well, see, that's what I talked about.
3.
That little quick screen out there against the Stockdale secondary, you're playing right to their hands, because they're more a read and tackle type guys. They're not cover guys. That's not their main strength, is to cover you and lock you up. Just to play a nice solid zone and read and react.
They just announced the attendance, 6,500 here at Memorial Stadium. Pretty good crowd as we take a look out here. 3rd and about 7. Pick up a 4 on that last play. He's got time to throw. He's got a man right down the middle. Not a great pass. Number 25, Aaron Seidelberg, does a good job reaching back for the ball.
Yes, he did.
And that gets back to the coverage there. He was wide open right down the seam.
Well, if they're going to play zone, great pickup right there by Fox on the fullback, then you're going to get picked apart. If the quarterback has that much time against the zone, you're going to get picked apart.
1st and 10 for Liberty, and this is exactly what they needed getting back into this game. They come out split backs, 2 wide receivers, twins to the bottom of your screen. Hargis gives the ball to Pruitt. Woo, and nothing out there.
That's Kenny Shanahan right there.
Kenny
He's pumped
Shanahan
up.
with a great tackle.
I mean, and that's what he does. That's his strength. His strength is to come up from that strong safety spot and put a pop on you or force you to cut back into to his pursuit. And you're going to see right here in the K-Pop since the replay, that's what he does. He comes up with that outside shoulder coming in, so he just wraps him up, puts him down, and he gets help right there to finish it off. And now, 2nd and 10, so they know now you're going to start passing again. Don't be surprised they pull their ears back and bring some kind of pressure.
Come out with twins to the top of your screen, eye backs. Devin Pruitt is your deep man. Ryan Fox, the fullback. Again to give to Pruitt. This time they go the double reverse, and he's got room. Tanner Hargis up the field for him with a great job down the field. The double reverse given to number 6,
Burleson.
Chris Burleson, finally dragged down from behind by Aaron Bauman, but a great call there by Chad Provenzo and his staff.
And right there, because one thing they were keen on is you got to get what you wanted. You got them going, everybody's leaning out the other way. So there's nobody home right there because they're so intent on getting over there.
Even fooled our cameraman.
And Burleson is going to be coming right into your screen there on the ground, but big first down. Now go back and you got to attack. They got to keep the pressure on attack.
1st and 10 at the Stockdale 39. This time they pitch outside to Pruitt. Pruitt,
the big boy,
doesn't get the ball.
Ben Osai.
Ben Osai comes up with it, and that just, man, that kills you. That kills you. You got momentum going, and you lose it like that. Man. Pruitt never gets the ball on the toss, and I'll tell you what, Pruitt had room around that outside. Stockdale had loaded up inside, but he doesn't have the outside if you don't catch the ball first. K-Pop since a replay, we see it on the ground there.
Look how Ben Osai jumped on that ball. He
looked like he was looking for dinner. Give me that. Juku up the middle. Minimal gain, picks up, maybe not so minimal, picks up probably about 4. 2nd and 6. For Stockdale, and this is what we talked about. This is what Stockdale does. They get themselves a lead, and they just pound you. Francis Ojukwu.
Right.
This young man we talked about, he does not come out of games.
No,
so
he doesn't.
You just keep pounding the ball to him.
But the thing is, the Patriot defense has stepped up. They've turned it up since they get that 2nd touchdown off the turnover. So right now they're playing good ball. They got to just see if they can hold again and get the offense another chance to put something on the board.
Eye backs. You see Super G Garrett Anthony in motion again to give to Ojukwu. Stopped up, but does a good job reading, gets to the outside, and he's going to have himself another 1st down.
You know, he had nothing really there. He just bounces out, keeps those legs turning, and he pops out. Next thing you know, it looks like it could have been a no gain at all. Ends up becoming the 1st down.
Good job of vision there as we take a look at the K-Pos instant replay. Nothing was there, so.
He just made it happen, people with 1st down.
Again, eye backs. Again, Baby G Garrett Anthony in motion. Ojukwu to the outside. Good job by the Liberty defense stopping him up.
Yeah, and he still gets 2 yards and he has nowhere.
Number 56, Justin Mantle with the tackle. Down to about 7:30 left in the 3rd quarter. Quick one tonight, Brian.
Well, I'll tell you this. I'll tell you who's getting some respect out there, and that's Billy Lynch on that defensive end on that left side because they've totally gone away from running towards him.
A good job by Lynch tonight. We talked about him with the outside shoulder, keeping that outside shoulder free. And up to this point, he's been doing a great job. This time they come out with split backs. Hoff drops back, hit. Oh my goodness, and that's a case there. That might be a little bit of getting greedy.
I just think you got 2 guys both going for the ball. You can't ask for better than that. They both read it. And Sorrell and Fox just go into each other, and neither one comes up the ball. But that's a great reaction by both linebackers.
Because Fox looked like that ball was thrown right at him, and Sorrell jumps in front.
Yeah, that's just your instincts. He just reacting, seeing the K-Process replay, and they just bump into each other. And again, we talked about the breaks. That's what happens sometimes.
Yep.
You're just not getting the breaks. And when you don't get those breaks, it's hard to win ball games.
Because an interception there, and now you're getting things started. Okay, this time, put Jones in motion. Hoff again, throws it up the field. Oh, and he got licked.
Yes, he did. And Burleson came up. That's what you want the safety to do. He comes up, he puts a hit on Sergio Hernandez. And he pops up.
He's talking a little bit there, but I think that's that old Stuart Scott stuff. You got jacked.
Yeah,
they talk about on NFL Live. Because
Rick Newhouse used to tell us
he
you
got
might as well
licked.
catch it because you're going to get hit anyway. Right there just threw his arm.
Oh, he
can't
can't see it. Coach Provençal on the way.
But that's what Rick tells us all the time. You might as well drop it. They're going to hit you anyway.
Lynch to punt for Stockdale. This is what Liberty needs now. They need to get the ball back. You really got to give it up to Liberty's defense.
You got to give them credit. I know we called them the Swiss cheese, and for the first couple of series, it looked like they were going to get some more of that labeling, but they made a big play.
Burleson had a hole. Good job of coming back.
Burleson about to get a penalty. It might be offsetting because he kind of kicked up.
I didn't see what happened.
We got to get some more action going there. It's 42. Slaps the ball out of his hand.
Oh, and they call it just
and that was Logan
Liberty.
August.
Coach Provençal not real happy with that call. And you hear it from the Liberty fans.
I mean, at the end of the play, you're going to see it. I mean, you see him right here. We couldn't see
he kicks him in. Yeah, he kicks him a little bit.
He kicked him. But here's what I'm saying. If that's one, then, I mean, you got guys slapping the ball in his hand.
Yeah.
I mean,
it seems to me almost that, like, once they throw one flag, the referees look away so they don't have to throw another one there. Have you ever noticed that? Even in NFL and stuff. Yeah. I know Phil Diebel and Nick Ellis and them will take exception to that. But it seems like because if you shove somebody or something like that, somebody's going to take exception to it.
That's why they didn't get the rule. They get both of them. Even if they don't see it, both players in trouble.
Hargis drops back. Getting a heavy rush from Big Ben Osai. Outruns Ballman.
Oh, what a play.
A play by Tanner Hargis. My goodness, what a throw. He had Aaron Ballman wrapped around his legs.
Yes, he did.
After running away from Big Ben Osai.
Yeah, he was.
And he finds John Hansen ends up catching a great play there.
Yeah, Hansen's on
Take
the
a look
coverage.
at K-Pass
It's Silverberg who catches it.
Hargis running for his life. Got a man wrapped around his legs.
Good catch.
Woo! Settlberg, great catch, 2nd and 2 now. Now these are the second downs that Liberty needs.
Yes, they do.
Because now Stockdale doesn't know what's coming. I got to thank Devin Pruitt here, though. It is indeed Devin Pruitt. Gets a good block and picks up the first down. Well, Pruitt likes them zones, man. He likes that zone running play right there.
That little stretch play to outside. And I think that's where you got to go. You got to make these guys run. I don't think that Stockdale has the speed laterally that you see Liberty has. So I think you kind of get outside and run. But I still think you can't forget about those deep passes because you got something going on that.
Right, 1st and 10. Because Stockdale playing just the one safety over the top. They've got 8 men in or near the box.
That's right.
2 wide receivers again. Hargis throws it outside. Good move by Burleson, but number 15.
Number 8.
Kenny Shanahan.
MJ Martinez.
Shanahan makes a tackle on Martinez.
That's a better pass play than that little swing out for 1 yard where they can close and stop you for 2. A hitch, if you run the hitch properly, you got 5.
And Martinez made a good move. He does that. You throw that 3 or 4 times, pick up 5 every time. Well, that one time, maybe you get that move where you can run with it. That brings up a 2nd and 5, much more manageable second down.
And it leaves the run as a good option for you still.
I-backs now. Twins to the bottom of your screen. 4:55 left to go in the third quarter.
Movement. Yep, you just lost the 5.
Yep, Devin Pruitt.
I mean, and that's the thing. Liberty's making too many mistakes tonight. I mean, in this magnitude of a game, you just can't keep making these kind of mistakes.
Now it goes back to 2nd and 10.
back
now
to where you're in
Stockdale
trouble.
can pin their ears back, rush the quarterback, double team a couple of the receivers, and you don't have much of anywhere to go with the ball.
I mean, but I mean, there's just a big play though from putting pressure on Stockdale. They have to perform offensively, not defensively, because they're performing defensively, but offensively.
Twins to the bottom of your screen. I-backs once again. Again, just the lone safety back. Trying to set up the screen. And that ball is picked by number 4. Oh, and he got sent out.
There's a flag down on the field, too.
Devin Pruitt knocks him into the.
And Skills got his helmet on. He going big time on the sideline. And they're going to definitely throw that back for 15 yards. That's going to be a celebration penalty.
You see Phil Diebel there didn't hesitate to throw that one, and he should. He should. Skills ripped off his helmet, walked out onto the track.
Well, Wade Bowman's acting. That's against Liberty Patriots.
Looked like they might be picking that one up because Devin Pruitt sent Skills into the sand pit there. Illegal man downfield, declined. Dead ball, personal foul on Stockdale.
And that was a celebration. But this is what I'm saying. Stockdale secondary, that's what they want you to do, is throw the stuff in front of them, try to, because then they can react and play. You see right here, trying to set up a screen pass, ball's overthrown, and you're going to see right there,
great job
Skills is going to break on it.
Bam!
And see, there's no pressure on me as a corner if you run those kind of pass routes. Now, if you start attacking me vertically and moving me in, running inside routes and streaks like they had some success with, that puts a lot of pressure on me as a corner at the play.
There you see some of the coaches. Rocha just walking out of his screen. Looks like Coach Press there. Or no, that's Coach Boyd. I'm sorry. Trying to talk to his guys and say, listen, guys, calm down. Calm down. Don't cost us like this.
And again, Liberty's defense
First and
stepped
10 at the 34 of Liberty for Stockdale. Come out in a standard I set, strong right formation. 2 wide receivers. One man steps off, goes in motion. Got to think Ujuku there. You get 2 blockers to the same side. Got to be Ujuku. Billy Lynch there with the tackle.
I'll tell you.
Take a look at Lynch there. Lynch has had a good day. A little bit of talking. I don't know if you want to make Lynch mad.
I don't know if you want to be talking when you're down 13-0 and they're in field goal range.
Yes, but they are in Scott Lynch field goal range, and that makes it.
I wouldn't be surprised to see that same formation and see if you can't get Super G one-on-one in space.
Strong left formation. Again, they go. I guess I think this is Ujuku right. No, Ujuku left. But he picks up a first down and more, and he's got a first down to about the 19-yard line before Spears makes the tackle.
There's a lot of John going on now. You got Logan August and Chad Sorrell going at it now. So
well, Stockdale knows that they're got a chance of putting this thing away, while Liberty now is starting to get frustrated.
Yeah. And you see right there, K-Pause on replay. That's just power football right there off the left side. And like I said, you notice they have abandoned going to that right, to Stockdale's right.
I-backs once again, twins to the bottom of your screen, strong left formation. Give to Ujuku, and Ujuku nowhere to go there.
Yeah, run to Lynch's side right now, you're not getting nothing.
Sorrell and Lynch both.
He's playing that outside leverage so well that you either got to run into him, he makes a tackle, or you're cutting right there into Sorrell, and they're stopping you from 0 gains.
Right. He may have picked, well, I don't think he even got a yard on that. 2nd and 10. Dan Hoff comes back onto the field. Under 3 minutes now in the 3rd quarter. Stockdale up 13-0.
Look for Jones or Hernandez. Look for Jones or Hernandez.
Patriots. 2 wide receivers to the top of your screen now. Twins. Hoff fakes. He's got the man. Ooh, and a dangerously close. Again, he misfires looking for Jones. That time it's number 9, Nick Weaver.
But see,
I believe may have got a hand on that.
Again, a situation where Liberty might be able to get an interception. They come up with nothing. And so you got 3rd down again.
There
and you don't make a play. And now you're coming back. And again, look out for, Jones has been open all night long on this route.
Yep.
And the ball hasn't been thrown. And the ball hasn't been thrown right.
Good job by Nick Weaver getting in, getting his hand
we don't know, and it could be to the route. We don't know what the route, if it's the route or the throw, but we know it's miscommunication.
3 wide receivers, no safety help over the top here. They try to throw it back.
And
ball on the ground, and I think they tried to throw the screen to Ujuku, and it looked like he might have got bumped a little.
Yeah, it looked like they're going to Sergio Hernandez.
Oh, yes, I'm sorry, Sergio Hernandez, and nothing there. They are indeed. Now, the interesting part of this is Lynch. We'll go ahead and play devil's advocate, say he kicks the field goal. It's still a two-possession game because they missed that field goal early on. Now, that's saying a lot considering Liberty hasn't scored yet there. You see a great play by the defender.
Yeah, and you're also talking about they haven't had good snaps.
Yep, they have not had good snaps.
You got to figure if Burleson or somebody can come off that edge, they might be able to make a play right here.
Lynch lines up to 26. It's going to be a 36-yard field goal attempt. Stockdale bringing the house, and Lynch has it. Coach Rocha doing a good job with his man. And the score now 16-0, the Stockdale Mustangs over the Liberty Patriots, 2:24.
It looks like Burleson has something coming, like he got some blood coming out maybe. As he's coming to the sideline, he was checking his chin. They were looking at him.
Yeah, you see him wiping his chin there.
Yeah, number 16. Looked like he might have got hit on the chin there.
You see Dr. Yokoyama chasing him a little bit there.
There it is, the field goal on the Cape Puffin replay.
Good kick by Lynch, 36-yarder.
I lost sight of where he's at. Are they checking him? Because now they got to make sure somebody gets in on the return for him. Yeah, there he is right there. Looks like, got a little bit of a busted chin.
That's Dr. Yokoyama behind him. Was also the blitz.
Yep, that just
team
put
doctor.
A little butterfly.
Put a little butterfly on him. Yeah, he's a man. He'll play. No hockey players playing right now, so the football players got to be tough.
Yeah, if the hockey players don't play for the rest of the year, I'll be all right.
Well, I see they're getting ready to talk again, so that's a good thing. Hey, people in this town don't care with as well as the Condors are playing. 10-1-1 under their new head coach.
Yep.
Great job there by Marty. Now Lynch will kick off. Can't see who's deep for Liberty. Line drive kick. Takes it at about the 5. Weaver lives up to his namesake. Weaver fighting there out to about the 27. I tell you what, it looks like they had him pinned in about the 15. Jake Weaver does a good job bringing it out. It will be 1st and 10 for Liberty.
You know, and Weaver, he does a good job on returning kicks. He did that a couple weeks ago and had some good returns.
Yep.
But right there, he does a good job, you said, of weaving his way for about 15 yards and gets the Patriots good field position.
Tackle there by number 11, Tim Armstrong. Or I'm sorry, Neil Harper for Stockdale. 1st and 10. 3 wide receivers come out in a shotgun here. Devin Pruitt is your lone setback. Trips to the top of the screen. They're going to run a little option here. Tanner kicks it, and Stockdale plays that perfectly. That's number 15 for Stockdale. Kenny Shanahan, he had nowhere to go.
Well, that's what you want your strong safety to do. He comes up, he reads out to that pitch man, and he comes in and then puts a big hit. So now you're second and almost 16, 17. I mean, I don't know how many playbooks, how many play sheets have a play to really pick up the first down, but you know, the good thing is it's only 2nd down, so you can chip away, see on the instant replay, good. Beat the block, a Yoder, and then came in and made the tackle. Good inside-out play right there by Shanahan.
2nd and 16. I tell you what, Liberty better hurry up and get to the line on this one. They might run out of time.
Yeah. All they got, but they just try to pick up 5-6 yards on this play. You know, at least try to get. Yep,
and they do indeed.
Well,
now it's 2nd and 21. There ain't many plays in the playbook for 2nd and 21, are there?
No, but again, we saw this game earlier in the season. There's no way you can get that delay of game.
Right.
I mean, you're down 16-0 in the game of this magnitude. You see the play didn't work. You got to be looking at your next play. You know, you should be. It's got to be a little bit quicker response on the plays.
Liberty really needs something here. Going to be shut out for 3 quarters. Go to the shotgun again. Split backs, 2 wide receivers. Hargis, time to throw. Throws it down the middle, and he just overthrows his guy.
And they're going to say it's not catchable.
A lot of bumping going on there.
But you see the difference, though? Now you see the Stockdale defensive backs on top of the receivers. Well, the reason why they're going to be on top of them, because they know they got to go almost 28 yards, 23 yards to get a first down. But when it's 1st and 10, you can get behind those guys. Then that's when you got to try to start attacking them deep, because time is starting to run out against you, especially with Ojukwu being able to run the ball and run the clock out you in the fourth quarter.
Yep, 1:16 left to go here. Again, they're going to have to hurry up and get this play off. They're going to run out of time. You don't want to make it. We've already got, I believe it's 2nd and 21. Hargis rolls out, throws a short one, and that's, man, I'll tell you what, that's a tough one there because there wasn't even a guy 20 yards down the field. They ran all short routes there.
Yeah, I mean, the thing too is that again, you're rolling a right-hander to his left.
Yep.
You know, so he has to try to square his shoulders up and throw it.
And we saw him on that one rollout to the right where he made a incredible throw.
Pass. You're right.
Plus, when you're running to the right, you're running away from Bauman instead of right at him. Bauman, one of the best athletes we've seen. Aaron Bauman, the linebacker. So, and they will have to punt, and boy, woo, keep it away from Super G, and it gets blocked again.
Got it again.
Tyler Scales blocks his second. That's 2 blocks
and an
interception. Man, I think unless something changes drastically here, we might have our young Woodridge player of the game.
Yes, we might.
As if we can get him out of the sandbox long enough over there.
Yeah. The only thing bad he's done is get a penalty for celebrating.
After he took an interception 30 yards.
You see him off the corner.
Yeah, he's killing them.
And I like the way he goes out in front, too. He can go at the punter. He goes out in front of the punter and gets a piece of it.
Yep.
It's Ojukwu time.
Yes, it is. 1st and 10 at the 26. They do indeed give it up the middle to Ojukwu. And this is twofold, isn't it? Because now you're running the clock.
Yep. And I keep going to the left. They have to adjust their defense to stop me from going to the left side on the Stockdale offense.
Probably one more play here. Now you see Stockdale in no hurry to run plays either.
But the quarterback has to keep in his head that play clock, so he's making sure that he's snapping the ball, but don't take the 5-yard penalty.
I-backs now for quarterback Dan Hoff. This time they give it to the fullback. Logan August stood up.
He still fought through for a couple of yards.
Yes, he did. Well, when you're that big, Strambler on the bottom there, number 74, along with Nick Weaver. And that's going to bring up third and about 5 here. But I don't think they're going to get another one off this quarter. Just 12 minutes left to play in the CIF semifinals. Somebody's season ends in 12 minutes. The Stockdale Mustangs on a roll here, 16. The Liberty Patriots 0. We'll be back after these messages.
You're watching the high school football game of the week on Bright House Networks.
Hey, babe, what's for dinner?
Golf with your friends, but take your wife to dinner.
Every day since 1939, the law offices of Young Woldridge has been helping people just like you.
They stayed in touch with me every step of the way. There's a lot of times I can't get away from work and things need to be taken care of, and they would arrange to stay late or meet me and take care of the problem. It made me feel like they were paying special attention to my case, giving me a lot of individual attention, kept me informed every step of the way.
The law offices of Young Woldridge since 1939.
Missed one play. Super G, Garrett Anthony, on the roll, and Anthony does a great job bowling over somebody on the play, but I have a feeling there's a yellow hanky on the field. I have a feeling it's going to be an illegal block in the back or a hold, and that's probably going to move Stockdale back. And once again, it is holding. Once again, I mean, I know what the scoreboard says and everything else, but you got to give this Liberty defense a lot of credit. They have played. This is
on short field.
The third time now they've been backed up deep in their own territory and haven't yielded.
I mean, they're playing on short field. I mean, they only get up 3 points. Well, actually, they gave up 10 points, but I mean, all the time they've had the short field to defend, to only give up 10 points to this explosive team that says a lot for that Liberty defense.
2 block punts plus a bad interception. And Liberty's defense has not given up, but this Stockdale team just too much. Too well-rounded. We talked about it earlier. Dan Hoff, oh my goodness, he had Jones. There was nobody within 5 yards to either side.
I tell you this, Mike
Jones out of there because he just got some force field or something that Dan Hoff cannot throw.
Yeah, it must be something because Jones, we're talking about, he could have almost 100 yards receiving tonight.
No doubt, because he has been open. 11:49 and
the Liberty defense does it again.
You punt here, you're gonna give Lynch the. Oh,
they're going for it. Well, he kicked it from 40 in the warm-ups.
This is gonna be.
See, K. Parsons does a replay and just right through over his hands.
47-yard field goal
attempt. Has to kind of help the quarterback
this
on that.
This is the one right here you put on your highlight film if you're Lynch.
This is the one I bring to the house and hope for any kind of little bit of a bobble on the snap. And they got the bobble.
And they got the block. Talked about this defense continues to get it done. That's number
Lynch. Lynch that fell on it, wasn't it?
Lynch fell on it. But number 37, Travis Spears, gets the block. And Liberty, you got to give them credit. Stockdale's put it on them, and Liberty will not go away.
And we'll see right here, you got the bobble of the kick, and we couldn't see the block.
See, I think it's 28, Justin Rossi. He was on the bottom.
Well, I know this.
Our spot on Marcus says he thought it was Gerald Seymour.
That's the only problem with a long field goal. That snap has to be right on time because any kind of bobble gives that defense time to get in.
Liberty now first and 10, needs to get something going. Split backs, twin wide receivers to the bottom of your screen. Tanner Hargis is your quarterback. He's got him, or he had him, down the field.
Good
great
pass,
throw.
Yoder.
Great
and
catch
Yoder's
by
made some great
Yoder.
catches.
Yes, he has. I tell you what, though, he had Burleson down the sidelines.
But again, Kenny Shanahan's strong suit is to come up and hit you and make you pay.
Yep.
Not to cover. So you put him where his weakness is. And, you know, and for that young man, you see right there, see, he's that wide open. He can't deal with the speed of Yoder getting out of the breaks. You know he's in the zone. So you got to try to exploit that. And, again, they got plenty of time, and they're talking about one score from, like, again, putting the pressure back on the Stockdale offense.
Another great play by Tanner Hargis, or another great throw. Again, they give it to Devin Pruitt. Gets a block inside. Nah, it's going to be a hold.
Back. It's going to be a hold. Again, Shanahan, great play. He caused that play right there. Yes, because his ability to react to the run and launch himself through there, and he makes a bad situation for Liberty.
Now, I tell you, that's really tough there. Shanahan's shooting through. If you're a Liberty guy, you're just trying to fall on him.
That's the receiver coming back. You can,
and you know you're getting blocks in the back.
Yeah, but you know it's one of those things for the receiver. You got to just kind of tell yourself, hope the running back makes a miss. Yeah. And, you know, you just kind of run because once he gets that kind of position, but that's his strength. His strength is the running game. So you got to know when you're running to Shanahan's side, that's what he's going to do. You've got to know that's his ability to read and react and shoot those gaps. It makes it tough for you.
Now it comes back to first, and it looks like
23. Ooh, man.
Man, that hurts right there.
Well,
but this is what's happened to them all night. Every time they've got something going, they make these kind of mistakes. Boy, I'll tell you what, that receiver wasn't set yet. That killed them there. They get the ball to Pruitt.
Again, that kind of pass play plays right into the hands of the Stockdale Mustangs. They had three.
They might have got another penalty.
It was 3 Mustangs just sitting there waiting. You know, and
no penalty. Well, I'll tell you what the problem there was.
You see right here on the instant replay. See this? There's nothing for them to be afraid of. I mean, there's 3 guys waiting for you. You're not going to pick up any yardage on that.
Thing, though, they got set so late that Hargis was already 3 steps into his drop before that receiver to that side took off because he wasn't set.
They're not,
and he didn't get a chance to drive the receiver
yards.
off.
They got to worry about you clearing them out.
Hargis again, heavy rush. He needs to get rid of that, and he is going to take about a 15-yard sack.
But see what I'm saying?
Number 45, Aaron Baum.
You got 3 guys in on that. You got Boffman, you got Hedrick, you got Aaron the Dog. I mean, you got a host of guys. This is why you cannot get 1st and 20 against a good team.
3rd and 35.
Yeah, because now you're trying to run down. You're trying to run plays way downfield, see?
And I'll tell you what, the only play in the playbook for a 3rd and 35 is punt.
Draw.
Quick kick it.
It's draw. If you break it, you break it. Draw.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like the universal
and
play.
send the punt team on.
Yep. And say defense one more time.
Stockdale just 10 minutes away. Hargis throws it down. Oh, and it goes off the defensive back.
And Yoder couldn't come up with that one. He had a chance.
Yes, he did have a chance at it. I'll tell you what, it just seems with Hargis is he waits too long to throw it. If he takes his 5-step drop and just throws
and releases it,
gives his receiver time to run under it, what he's doing is waiting until he's seeing something, and now he doesn't have the arm strength.
It was third and forever. I mean, what he
look at that, that's a tight spiral.
But I tell you what I'm worried about, though, is how does he get behind the corner like that?
Yeah.
For Stockdale, number 15 Shanahan and number 20.
Well, this is a situation where Garrett Anthony gets it. He could probably just end the game, and he's not going to get a chance.
You're not going to have to worry about it because it's going to be like a it does
bounce,
get
though.
a good Liberty bounce. But it's not even going to get to the first down marker.
that was, I mean, we talked about it. They had to have some good things happen, and the things just haven't gone their way. You know, they tried running. Penalties killed them. And
first and 10 at the midfield stripe for Stockdale with an opportunity to put this one away. 9:27. I got to think now you're going to get a healthy scoop of Francis Ujukwu.
I am.
Twins to the top of your screen. Ujukwu, of course, the eye back. We told you he don't come out of games. Give the ball to Ujukwu. Ujukwu, another great job of being patient.
Yep.
And he's going to go for a first down. Up to the 40, pickup of 10. Oh, no, they're going to say just short. You can say picked up 9. Stockdale fans not real happy about that spot, but they'll take it as they're just nine minutes away from going to their first ever CIF final. They didn't even do that when David Carr was here.
Bounce came underneath and
second and
just
1
made something
now.
happen. But look at the push by the line too, though. I mean, that's what also creates it.
Eye backs again. Again to Ojukwu.
That's a hold over there.
Yeah, that one's gonna come back.
I mean, that's a takedown right there.
Logan August gets 3 points for the takedown because he grabbed the defensive end and just slung him to the ground. There you take a look at Phil Diebel. Holding against Stockdale, but I don't think that really bothers them that much. They'll just give it to Ojukwu again.
No, yeah. Because right now, you know,
it is cold up on top of the stadium, Brian Adams.
It ain't as bad as it was last week, though. Last week it was.
Yeah, in Delano.
I don't know how, but last week Delano, it wasn't warm till I got in the car about halfway back home.
Out at that USC Notre Dame game, but when it just rained on me, I got in line for a poncho and they ran out 2 people in front of me. I sat in the rain. I wasn't right till Thursday.
But you from Pennsylvania, you should be used to that. That's your kind of football weather.
Yeah, but in Pennsylvania you plan and you pack for games like that. In California you don't. Still a great job to see the USC Trojans. Heavy rush there. Good job by Hoff. Getting away. Throws it across. Oh. And you know what? Hoff hasn't done a real great job for Jones the whole night.
And Jones rushed his
favor. Yeah. He's so used to Hoff not throwing anywhere close to him that he got it right between the numbers. Didn't know what to do.
And that one, Jones didn't know what to catch it with his hand or catch it with his body. He tried to kind of look like he does both.
I think he catches it with his face.
Yeah, this is going to hit a shoulder pads and just bounce off. Bloop. Off the shoulder pads.
Now, that's something you see a lot of. Guys jumping. It didn't look like he needed to jump for that.
No. But I tell you this, I do like when you're in that crowd though, to jump up and protect that ball and go in a fetal position kind of with it.
3rd and 15, Baby G in motion. Fake giving it to him, give it right up the middle to Ojukwu. Ojukwu got room.
Almost got a first down.
Not quite going to get it, but I have a feeling they're probably going to go ahead and go with this one. Just over 8 minutes here. Liberty cheerleaders still trying to stay in this one.
That's what they like to doing.
And I'll tell you what, as I look down here, look at they got like 60 cheerleaders.
Oh, we
out
talked
there.
about that. They got more cheerleaders than some football teams we've seen this year.
A lot of football teams we've seen this year. Well, they are going to send Lynch on the punt.
Well, there they go.
Goodness sakes. Cheerleading convention. Take a look at the Patriot jamming down there. Not much to dance about for him today.
No, but you know what? His defense did it again.
Yep. Every time they get backed up, this defense does
and it
something.
could be a delay of game.
Yeah, I have a feeling you're going to be
Or
right.
a timeout.
No, delay of game on Stockdale.
But that just gives you 5 more yards to try to pin one in there.
Right. Been watching Chris Gardocki, of course, being a Steeler fan. 10-1, Joey Porter. Chris Gardocki, one of the better punters in the league. He always, anytime he's within the 50, he tries to get that penalty. Teams are getting smart now. They know to decline
Well,
it.
Liberty's not even ready. He doesn't get off. They go.
It almost looked like, I thought Ballman stepped up to take that for a second. Yeah, they really aren't. I'm surprised they're not sending it, and they do run the fake. Good job by Liberty.
Yep.
Number
Good recognition.
1-5, Andrew Gomez. Now, that's a great job because they didn't even have the right personnel on the field. They tried to run the fake punt, and a great job by Liberty. And you got, once again, I give it up. Stockdale, they're just so good all the way around. But this Liberty defense has really played.
You got to give Liberty special teams, and you got to give Liberty defense credit. You know, the defense we saw against Madera is not the defense that's played pretty much all year, which we know that defense that night, that's just whoever offense had the ball last was going to win that game. But tonight, they played really.
Yes, they have.
A defense against a better offensive team than Madera,
and
have really shut them down.
Hargis throws it. Oh, great reception right there. Number
25, Silverberg.
Aaron Seidelberg. And a great job by Hargis. Now, the reason we were laughing there is they keep making announcements. The public address announcer keep making an announcement that air horns are illegal. And every time he says that, you hear 15 air horns go off in the same.
Rolls right. Again, rolls right is a much easier throw for quarterback. Roll right.
Wow.
And right there, Shanahan's right there, just can't make the play. It's just a little bit outside of his arm.
Great job by Seidelberg. Get his hands on that.
But I think they've connected on that little pass play against Shanahan all night long.
Yes, they have.
But then they forget about it. And they go back to a run or a penalty.
That's what he's good at. And they ran out of time there.
Well, it seems like they get something going, and it's a run stopped in the backfield or a penalty. They're pushing them back 5 yards, and then they're 1st and 15. But at 1st and 15, you still can get it, like you talked about. 3 hitches of 5 yards is 15 yards first down.
Yes, it
so
is.
You don't have to try to throw anything way down.
Yep. And man, 1st and 10, you get a delay of game. There's Coach Boyd right there. But this is just the kinds of comment. I know Coach Boyd didn't like us talking about how it seems like they've let teams back into it. But this, again, I think kind of shows you they couldn't finish the Patriots.
Well, that's because the Patriots are a team that you can just do that to.
Right. Throws it over the middle.
And a pass interference. And that's Burleson right there on the catch.
We haven't called his name much. Now, also, I want to retract that and say, Stockdale not able to really stay up on teams. They're undefeated. I'm saying relative to teams that just run out on people. And of course, Liberty, we're in the semifinals of the CIF.
Right.
I mean,
see here, again, what I tell you, put the pressure on the secondary, stretch them out. Don't throw the stuff right in front where they can just react and hit you because that's their strength. Their strength is to sit back in that little zone and then react to you. They don't want to play. They don't want to play a lot man-to-man against this team.
Here, take a good look at Phil Diebel, our head referee tonight. His crew, once again, as through all the season, has done a fantastic job. They give us a lot of grief about messing up their calls, but Nick Ellis, Phil Diebel, and all the guys, Rodriguez, have done a great job this year. Dave Boyd wants to talk to his guys, tell them to get a grip. 6:41 left in this game.
There's a lot of time left.
And this Liberty team will not go away.
I mean, they score here. They got 3 timeouts. The way the defense is playing, they kick off, make them go 3 and out again, and then they got a chance to tie the game.
If you want better seats, buy a better couch. Bright House Networks delivers all the sports action right from the comfort of your own home. Order the digital sports tier from Bright House Networks and get hot sports action like NASCAR racing, big NBA games, he shoots, he scores, and more. Call 323-4892 today. That number again, 323-4892. Call today. We want to remind everybody, if Stockdale wins here and East and West both lose, we're going to be right back here again for the CIF final with Stockdale. All right, so same bat time, same bat channel. Our last broadcast of the year next week, 10:30 p.m.
And we can see the all Bright House team.
Yes, and next week we'll have Brian and I, along with Bernie, all the guys, Marco, have come together with the all Bright House team. Our selections of guys we saw and performances we saw that put them there. Shotgun here for Hargis on 1st and 10. He's got Burleson. Burleson goes up. And good defense there by Mitchell Farley. Staying underneath him.
And he almost pulled it off.
And he does. We got one of our, speaking of quarterbacks, we got Jeff Dover in the house up here with us. Former All-Bakersfield guy. Now quarterback with the Bakersfield Blitz Arena football team.
Now, I'm going to tell you, this is how long I've been doing this, that he was a high school quarterback when I first started doing this on the show.
Lord knows Jeff Dover's old as sin. 2nd and 10 now. Liberty at the 28-yard line. I still have the issue where Jeff Dover was ranked higher than David Carr. Tosses it into the slot there, looking for number 9, Nick Weaver, and that ball just overthrown.
MJ Martinez.
I know Jeff Dover wouldn't throw a ball like that. Now that stat there is wrong. It is actually the 4th quarter. 6:29 left in this game.
Just got away and just didn't bring it down.
Yeah, he had him open once again.
Yep.
That quick read on the slot. Now comes up to 3rd and 10.
They got 2 downs to get a first.
Devin Pruitt, your lone setback, trips to the top of the screen. There you see the trips. He's got Pruitt in the flat, but he doesn't have time. He's going to take it himself. Hargis is going to pick up, looks like about 5
or 6. But that's not a bad situation for him. Aaron Boffman brings him down because you got to go for it anyway. So now you got a 4th and 5. That's manageable now. Now the hitch, they got to come up and play now. They just can't sit back on you.
We are down to 6 minutes left in the game. And now under 6 minutes, Liberty 4th and 5. This is probably our last gasp for them. Down 16-0. Split backs now, 2 wide receivers spread way out wide. Only 3 guys in a route. Throws it, and he's got his man.
But see,
number 1,
give Hargis credit because he's what set that up. By him getting those 5 yards, Coach, he allowed the receiver to be able to drive the defensive back off and then come back and pick up the first down.
Great job there. 1st and 10. At the 17-yard line of Stockdale. Take a look. And, boy, I'll tell you
the
what.
Hook route. And Yoder had a big game.
Has been throwing bullets.
Yes,
just
he has.
Bullets.
Now, see, this one you want to use Burleson's height right here.
1st and 10 at the 17. Hargis, he's got time. Throws it up. He's got him. Oh, and he had him. That's one of them times he needs to underthrow. And you see Burleson talking to the referee.
He's asking, can I get a call? I mean, he's pushing me the whole way. But he's just saying, get away from me, young man. Get back to the huddle before I get you 15.
Your team can't afford it right now. I've given you guys enough penalties tonight. 5:12 left to go in the game. CIF semifinals. Whoever loses, their season is over. Whoever wins,
go ahead.
CIF championship
game
next week.
If they're going to play that far off, this deep in the end zone, throw the quick hits.
Yeah.
Get the ball to see if he can't make a guy miss.
Well, I'll tell you what, you're talking, that Steve Yoder is going to be one of the guys we have to mention for honorable mention.
Young Woolwich, because,
he has played his bottom off. And again, Liberty ran out of time.
Delay game. I mean, again, that play has to be in, and we don't know if it's the play being in or the guys getting out, but they're not getting in and out of the huddle fast enough, and you talked about that earlier.
Right. They're just taking, particularly on incompletions and penalties, they're not getting out quick enough. And it's really hurting them now. 2nd and 15 now from the 22-yard line. Liberty trying to make something happen with just 5:12 left in their season. Split backs, twins to the bottom of your screen. Hargis gives the ball to Pruitt. Pruitt with some room. And that's just,
what an effort by Devin.
There you go. That's just there.
But see, they got to be going. It's 5 minutes. They got to be going. They got to get in that huddle and get out.
Kenny Shanahan.
Time is against them.
3rd and 3.
See, they're taking too much time. Right,
there's
right
no
here.
sense of urgency. You see them all walking.
It was 5-10 when he got
Look at this
tackled.
run here. I didn't know about this call when he first handed it off.
But
then.
Pruitt made something happen. But again, look at this. Almost 30 seconds they've lost. I mean, there's got to be a greater sense of urgency, you would think.
2 wide receivers to the top of the screen.
40 seconds lost.
Flip backs to the bottom. Hargis throws it. Oh, and that ball should have been caught.
Yes, and that's Burleson right there.
That's Burleson right there, and you can see he knows it.
Well, he don't drop him when he's catching them for interceptions.
Man. And that would have, like you said, that would have put them right back in that game. Now they come right back to 4th and 3.
Yep. I mean, you couldn't ask for a better play right there. They got guys wide open. And that's a good throw by Hargis right there.
Tanner Hargis. Burleson did have to jump up for it, but he knows it. You see it right there.
Now,
this
Hargis
is going to
have some options, though, Coach. If he didn't have anybody open to get 3 yards, if the Mustangs give a lane for him to run, they got to delay a game again?
No, that can't be. So what if they got to delay a game that easy? I got to worry about what they're.
No.
Legal substitution on Stockdale.
That'll be a first down.
4th and 3.
Now, seriously, right now, get the play. While they're doing all that stuff, good job by Coach Boyer. He's getting the play in right now.
Coach Boyd and his staff are out to the numbers.
Hargis got to get out there. Get out there. See, while they're moving the ball, you should be calling your play and get to the line and go. Because Stockdale's got to move back, you know.
Coach Boyd not happy about that.
And now
they're rushing another
be
guy
ready to go. If you're Liberty, be ready to go right now.
Clock starts again. Yeah, you're right. They are. Well, no, the clock has not started. They just started the clock. So Liberty is ready. I-backs here. 1st and goal at the 6. Liberty has not given up here.
He's open.
Hargis runs it.
He can run it.
He's got room, and he's in.
That's a great block out there by Silverman. That's a great call and great block. Great execution. Now they're back in the game. Now they got to make sure they get the PAT in.
Now, the thing is, though, they got to get the 2 points.
2 points. Yeah, I'm sorry. You're right. You got to go 2 points.
The thing is here, though, think about where they'd be without all these penalties. This game would be close.
Yeah.
And it still is close.
But look what they did. They got back to exploiting the secondary.
Yep.
You know,
great call.
They were in desperation to exploit the secondary. Now Stockdale's so worried about a pass, they run a bootleg with a mobile quarterback, and you got your option. And a great back block by Silverman on that outside edge. So this is a crucial play right here.
They make this here, and man, things get interesting. With 4:17, split backs. 2 wide receivers. Hargis drops it back. He's going to throw the fade. Oh, and that's a flag.
They got to call that.
Yep, that's a great call.
They'll go to the 1-yard line now.
That's a great call because Tanner Hargis underthrows the ball intentionally. The DB has to run through Steve Yoder. Yep. Great call.
And he had him either way. Yep. I mean, if he throws it out, it's a catch. But again,
that'll move it a yard closer. Now you're almost in running back range.
You know?
Now you almost give the ball to Devin Pruitt.
Yep. Hey, or you might want to go at the same play you scored on.
Yep. Good job there. Our spotter, Marco, brings up a good point. Give the ball to Ryan Fox, the big fullback.
Marco got a little football. He said, let the big boy, ooh, look at that little bubble. You can do that little goose play again.
Yep. And they are stacking the line. He's got him open, and that ball is knocked down. That ball was thrown inside a little bit. Great play by Tyler Skills.
And again, he's our leading guy right now.
But it's not over, ladies and gentlemen. I'll tell you what, this last 4 minutes has taken as long as the first 3 quarters.
Yeah, it sure has.
But, you know, it's good. I like to see Liberty get at least making this interesting. I know the Stockdale fans are saying, like, well, we don't want it interesting. Well, you know what? We do. Makes for good ratings. Makes for a great game.
Makes for good tape sales.
There you go. And that way we ain't up here freezing our buns off for a blowout. We're at the top.
It's been a good defensive battle. I mean, both defenses played well tonight.
Yes, they have. We're at the very top of the press box. They told us that the press box was just for print media. That's funny that Rick Van Horn and those boys are on the radio below us in the heat, though. We'll have to thank the folks from Bakersfield College for that. Regardless, we do have a great view up here when we can see through the
my
clouds.
man getting some popcorn down there. I don't blame him.
And here Liberty sets up for the onside kick. Man, might be a little early here, but if you get it, it's a great call, 4:17. Let's see.
Yeah, 4:17. I don't think you got much option, do you? They got a chance.
Ball goes through.
Got it.
And
Pruitt
Liberty has the ball.
Got it.
Liberty has the ball.
Pruitt got it. Oh!
Oh, no, they flip it on him. You're about to see somebody get ejected.
Oh, man,
right here.
Kirk Boyer.
Wow.
I'll tell you this, the Liberty staff is hot. And I'm going to tell you, we might get that on a replay.
We need to see the K-Pos into replay.
We do not have a replay on that one. But it looked from my vantage point, it looked like Pruitt had jumped on the ball.
Man, that's tough. You see Chad Provençal trying to get his staff quieted down.
They're throwing a penalty. It looks like it's going to be on somebody on the sideline or a player.
Yeah, they're going to call that on Liberty. And you know what? I know, people at home, I noticed this when the whole, fighting thing starts off. It always gets me is these people always say, and Nick Ellis is going to rip me for this, but people always say, well, there's a certain way you're supposed to act. When you know that the game is on the line, your emotion is running, you're just supposed to sit and say, hey, you just stuck it to us, thank you. No, people don't do that. Come on now.
Well, the thing about it is we say,
and we don't know that that's a bad call.
Right.
We don't have the replay.
We don't have a replay.
I'm just saying, you expect these young men just to say, oh, okay, we had the ball. Yeah, because they thought they had the ball. And just say, oh, okay.
And it appears they did have the ball. We had,
I'm going to go sit down and be quiet. No, these kids have fought their rear ends off. And now it never ceases to amaze me. People get on TV and radio and talk about how, well, you know what, once a whistle blows, you're not supposed to have any emotion, which is hog crap. You've been in the game. You know what it's like. I've been on the sidelines. I know what it's like. We do have the stoppage in play is for a Stockdale player who is down.
And he's starting to get up now, so hopefully he'll be okay. But I guess my question is, you see it more in the NBA than anywhere else, where you see people say, oh, this referee, he'll kick you out the game. My question is there at some point as you can just say, I know they're emotional, and turn your back and just avoid it and just let it,
Right.
I mean, but again, we don't know what was said by the kids on the sideline as well, though.
I think that's another thing is it goes back to human nature, though. The referees are human, too.
That's true.
Somebody barks off at them, they're like, hey, just for you, fella.
Yeah,
I got a little something for that. Throw that flag.
You're right.
But that's the human nature. People always try to say that people are smarter, and they're smarter, and people aren't smart.
It's a reaction. I think
you compress the brain. We're not much different than apes and dogs and cats and everything else.
I'm getting my biology lesson. Me and Marco.
It's all about hormonal and everything else. And these people always talk about there's a set way you should act, and
this is a set way.
And it's a bad time now. Tackle by Ojukwu up the middle. It's a bad time right now with all the Artest stuff and everything. But I saw a great interview from the head coach of the Clippers.
It wasn't from Artest, I can tell you that.
No, Mike Dunleavy. He just says, everybody, and he said, what, Artest going in the crowd was wrong, of course. But everybody talks about, you get hit in the mouth, you get hit with a cup, whatever. You're just going to stop and say, okay. 90% of the population on this planet will not sit there and say, oh, okay.
That's what Charles Barkley said. Charles Barkley throws a cup of him, going to sock you.
It's human. Don't expect people to not be human.
Well,
ball given to the outside, Super G and a great
what a move.
Nice move by Liberty.
I mean, just to almost get back to the line.
But he's still brought down by number 45, Aaron Fox. Liberty will not go away. That brings up a 3rd and 7.
And timeout.
Liberty is going to take a timeout. See Chad Provençal drifting towards that referee.
Yeah,
he better drift back the other way right now.
I've seen that walk before. When he has that walk,
there's a purpose to that one. Good move by.
And he's telling Kay, they don't say, look, he's going to go right by him on purpose. Look at him.
You see? You can't see it at home, folks, but he goes and huddles his guys right next to the referees. There you see a good look at it there. Now, the Liberty huddle was all the way back the other across the field. Coach Provençal took him all the way to the back
That's what you say. Despite what we might think we got ripped on, we're going to find a way to make a play. And you say it loud enough so they can hear you.
Yes. And that's all I'm saying. We'll probably get all kinds of complaints and everything, but I'm just saying don't expect
only
human
one game
beings
left
to not be human. See Provençal gritting his teeth coming off. He is not happy.
No.
Third and 7
he
now.
was an intense competitor himself when he ran
And he had a couple words for the ref on his side as he came off. Trips to the bottom of your screen. And it's unfortunate for a play to come down to that. Throw it across the middle.
This time.
And this time he finds Mike Jones in the seam. And that might have sealed it. Ryan Fox with the tackle for Liberty.
Well, because they're in field goal range now. I mean, regardless if they get, it's a fourth or not. And that time, throwing around the money, and that's been open all night long. I mean, it really has. That's not been taken away one time tonight. So give Coach Showers credit for coming back to that play, even though he hadn't had a lot of success with it because of either drops or missed bad passes.
I-backs here, one wide receiver to each side. Give the ball to Ojukwu. Great move. Oh, the ball's on the ground. But he got it back. And it's just, and of course, the referees have nothing to do with that. It's just unfortunate that kind of play happens.
Right.
I mean, if Stockdale was going to recover, I'd just assume they just grab it, go down. There's no booing, nobody. Right. But instead, it is a little controversial. Yep. Ooh, good job there.
And I mean, and that's sports.
Yes, it is.
Things like that happen, and
that's why we have referees.
And sometimes your team gets the breaks, and sometimes your teams don't get the breaks.
Sometimes the breaks get you.
To win a championship, you got to have some breaks and some things happen your way.
Well, they might have taken too long there.
Well, it don't matter at this point in time.
Play a game against Stockdale.
Against Stockdale, that's going to back them up, make it 2nd and 15. And I know both coaches right now got to be saying, "Dang, man, how are you running that clock?" 2:14 left to go in the game. Stockdale Mustangs 16, the Liberty Patriots 6. The CIF state semifinals next week. Barring a disaster, Stockdale will host the CIF championship game right here at Memorial Stadium. And we will cover it right here on the Bright House Networks. Ojukwu to the outside. A good run. Down to about the 7. It will be 3rd and 5. Now under 2 minutes left in the contest. Once again, next Friday night, 10:30 p.m., CIF championship, Central Section championship game. We'll have somebody. We know that.
Yes, we do.
And we will also have,
or Division II,
as it will be our final game. Ryan, myself, Marco, will have the all Bright House team. The players we saw who put it on the line. You see Dan Hoff.
Only on our game, so it doesn't matter what the stats are for the season. It's games that we saw. Their performance is what we saw.
And the kids had the ball in games we saw. And they did it again.
Yeah, but that's okay.
And you see the Stockdale sideline just erupts.
I mean, I know they're mad because the game can be over, but when you're up, 10 points, at this point, though, it's a much different situation than when you're only up 1 or you're up 2.
Right.
And you're down, I mean, this situation, you got it. But you want to make sure next week you might need it, and you're playing like this. You got to play the same.
Ojukwu Hoff going to throw. Throws it underneath.
They might be close to a first down. They're saying he caught it.
But I think he's going to be just short.
That's Sergio Hernandez. And that looked like close
they're going to call for a measurement right there with 1:15.
Well, I want to see it. Hopefully we can get a good look at this.
Looking at the K-Pass instant replay here. Maybe. Well, we're watching it in reverse right now. We're going to get a measurement out
so
here.
Hopefully we can get a chance to see this catch here.
Phil Diebel and his crew bringing out the chains. He's going to be just short. He's going to bring up 4th down. Man, it's hard to see.
Yeah, hard to see on that.
If we can get it slowed down a little bit, maybe from our man in the truck, Bernie. It's not going to matter as they come straight to the line. 4th down. Liberty season right here. Ball's not been placed yet. That's why we're waiting to go. Gives it up the middle to Hargis.
Almost didn't get it.
Man, that's close. I think he did.
surged forward, but the initial pop stopped him.
And now a little pushing around there.
First down, Stockdale.
Well, there's some talking going on.
Yes, it will be first down. I'll tell you what, I don't think a lot of people gave Liberty this much shot, though. After Stockdale's just been a juggernaut all year.
Well, if Liberty could have got, some big plays earlier and some breaks go their way.
Yep.
I think that's kind of what stopped it for them.
Should be the last play of the game. August stopped at the line.
Yeah.
And this would be the last chance we get to say it, so I got to give a lot of love to the Liberty defense.
Yes.
They could have folded right here. 40 seconds. What does this touchdown mean but pride?
Stockdale players
and Liberty stood them up. Liberty stood them up and said, we're just not going to give it to you. You are going to have to come in here and earn it.
Now, I'm going to tell you, you got to give
Stockdale
Coach Provençal and that defense all the credit in the world because they had plenty of opportunity, like you said, to just be blown out the game.
Well, that's Anthony Phillips, the 6'6" senior. You don't
295
going into the CIF championship. You don't want to lose him.
No, not against one of the Clover schools.
Okay, now it's second and goal from the 1. What do? You kneel it?
Take a knee now. You just take a knee. You take the knee.
Because look now, if you had taken a knee here.
Well, you can't. I understand.
I'm not second guessing anybody. I'm not second guessing.
I'm just saying, at this point in time, this defense played a heck of a game. There's no need to do anything to them to embarrass them. But
in for the touchdown.
And they did it. Woo.
Now I'm telling you. See, I was gonna say you're gonna get something happening now because I don't. You talk about emotions. I'm gonna be a little upset if I'm a player.
Yes, I would have to say too.
And
of course, you're supposed to lose
right.
but
you're supposed to win with some grace too.
I agree. And it shows up. You see Chad Sorrell there shaking his head. Yes, we did get that. We did get that.
But right now, I think the officials need to tell both teams, look, hey, emotions are high. We're not gonna have any funny stuff. Just let them kick you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Because I'll tell you what, not everybody's a nice human being. There are people out there that go out there and take a cheap shot. You already lost one of your top offensive linemen.
Yep.
And I'm not saying that's from a cheap shot. That was from a regular play.
I know what you're saying.
But I'm saying
somebody you got to run down on kickoff. You got to run down on the kickoff steal.
Once again, great job by Liberty right there, just walking away, walking off the field.
That takes a lot of guts like that because, when a team does that to you, you're upset.
Yeah. Yes, that's frustrating. But we will host Stockdale here next week.
Is it Stockdale or is it?
In the CIF.
It's either Stockdale or East next week. Stockdale or East next week, depending.
Last we heard, East was down 25-10. So it looks like
here, but we don't know. We don't know. So we cannot say. We just gotta say.
Well, see, the people at home ain't gotta worry about it. All they gotta know is to tune in 10:30 p.m. right here because they know Marco's beautiful face is gonna be here for everyone to not see. Our spotter Marco has done a great job for us this year. 21 seconds left here, so we take a look at the
here's the touchdown right here as they had about a yard to go, and this is the quarterback sneak.
And that's when now you see him start pushing and shoving.
Yep.
It's the same thing. I was at that.
And Young Warriors player of the game, we have to go with Tyler Skills.
Tyler Skills, yeah,
the two block kicks and then the interception.
We'll get a chance to talk to him after the game with the presentation of the Young Wooldridge player of the game. See, I thought this too, 34-10 this past weekend. I was at the USC game. USC goes with the fake punt. The fourth quarter, 6 minutes left. There you see the winning coach, Dave Boyd, with a chance to play for his first ever championship. Oh, he was hoping that ball was going to go out of bounds, and it's not. And he's going to be dragged down. Burleson, I'll tell you what, that's a great job by Lynch because it looked like that ball.
Hey, you got hold. We can't get – He didn't try to do that. That's just lucky bounce.
Oh, no, it was.
And that's the kind of bounce they got early in this game that allowed them to get on top of this Liberty team early.
Good luck to Stockdale next week in the finals.
There you see the look of disgust there. Jeff Burleson, the most interceptions in the county with 13 this year. You know he's going to be playing at the next level, but it still hurts. There you see Burleson trying to return it on the K-Pasa. Instant replay.
And I'm glad the Liberty guys didn't take a chance on that kind of play right there to start trying to just hit Stockdale guys and go for it on a free-for-all.
Right. Well, it's showing, that these guys are coached well. And in the first ever meeting, Little Rocha, kicking coach from Stockdale, gets upper hand on Papa Rocha.
Well, they can't snap the ball. The guy coming out and people are moving.
Hargis going to drop back. Throws it. And that ball just straight through the hands of Burleson.
And that's the kind of night it's been for Burleson. I mean, he's played as hard as he can play, and tonight wasn't his night.
No, it wasn't.
And it wasn't the Patriot night. I mean, like I said, they had opportunities. It always seemed like something kind of happened. And
we want to put a warm regards out to all the young men and women serving.
Yes.
Over across the pond.
Yes.
Helping make sure that all of us can
do what we're doing now.
Yes, can enjoy this kind of stuff. Make sure our way of life is preserved. And it's only because some young men and women will fight for us that we're able to enjoy things like this. I want to give them all the love this Friday night. 7 seconds left in this contest. And they're just going to give the ball to Devin Pruitt. Pruitt gets around the outside. And he's tackled.
I knew something was coming up sooner or later. They got a fight going on out there. They're fighting out there.
And I'll tell you what you do now.
But seriously, this is what happens when you put those pile-on points on people.
Now, what you don't do, though, now that's what I'm talking about. You don't go in as an opposing coach and grab a kid from another team.
No, and both coaches got to be responsible for their players.
Right. And for the most part, they have done that.
And Tyler Skills is a young Woolworths player of the game, and it's too bad that kind of play has to rule the night. Now, the Stockdale people are booing, but I mean, that's...
They're as much responsible as anybody else.
Yeah. So,
your final score, the Stockdale Mustangs 23, the Liberty Patriots 6. Take a look at Phil Diebel trying to get his guys out of here. And there you have it. We'll be back with the Young Wooldridge Player of the Game right after this. The final score, Stockdale Mustangs 23, Liberty Patriots 6.
You're watching the High School Football Game of the Week on Bright House Networks.
'Tis days before Christmas, and all through this land, Bright House Networks is giving back to lend a helping hand. Get 3 months of digital service and the DVR at half price. Installation for only $4.95, $2 of which goes to charity. You shouldn't think twice. So call Bright House Networks now and help give back to those in need. Get the best entertainment around at the best prices indeed. Happy holidays from Bright House Networks.
Every day is a red tag day at Barber Honda Used Car and Truck Center. We don't have slasher sale. We have everyday low prices. And Barber Honda's Used Car and Truck Center is the only place to find certified used Hondas. And we have them. Lots to choose from. The best in quality and price. If you're looking for a used car or truck, do not buy before you shop with us. Barber Honda's everyday red tag cars and trucks. And Barber Honda certified used cars.
Something big is coming to Barber Honda, 4500 Weibel Road at the entrance to the Bakersfield Auto Mall.
Hey, babe, what's for dinner?
Golf with your friends, but take your wife to dinner.
Every day since 1939, The law offices of Young Woolridge has been helping people just like you.
Greg Muir was absolutely wonderful, and I would recommend him to anyone and everyone. He was absolutely fabulous. I have the right law firm for you. They not only care about you as a case, they care about you as a person. They will take really good care of you.
The law offices of Young Woolridge since 1939.
We are back. I'm the coach, Stephen G. Fulmar, along with Brian Adams. And first of all, let me introduce Dave Boyd. Coach Boyd, next week you're going to be right back here for Stockdale's first ever visit to the CIF Central Section Championship game.
That's right. It's exciting. I'm so proud of our kids and how hard they worked, and they deserve to be here.
Now, this is your first ever game against Liberty in football. And I got to say, after, the way things went, there's got to be a rivalry now.
Most definitely. I don't know what happened there at the end. It's too bad. We're good friends with those coaches over there, and we're sad that it had to end that way. But, sometimes kids get fired up and excited, and it is a violent game, and sometimes those things happen. Not to say it's right, not to justify it, but, that's part of football sometimes, and you deal with it. But I know that we'll deal with our kids, and they'll deal with their kids.
And we talked about that up top also. Sometimes you talk about playing with controlled aggression. Sometimes it's not always so controlled. Now, Coach, you're probably going to be playing Clovis West. That's what we're hearing. What changes for you this week from the rest of the season, other than the media events?
Well, we can start talking about a Valley Championship. We've tried not to talk about that. Now, this week we can talk about it because we're playing for it. Now we know we have a very tough test. Clovis West is a very good program, one of the best coaches around. He wins, and we got to put the hay in the barn this week and work hard and get it done.
Now, this young man here, who is this fella here?
This is my son Dalton. He's my biggest supporter, and
he's going to be the next quarterback at Stockdale,
or pastor. I don't know which.
Probably the latter is probably better for him. Yeah. Dave, congratulations, and we will see you before next week's game also. Right. Thank you, Coach. We're going to step in with Tyler Scales here, all right? And tonight, ladies and gentlemen, he had skills. Tyler, 2 block punts, which turned around into 10 points. You had the interception before one of the players sent you into the sandbox over there. You decided that you wanted everybody to know it was you. But, Tyler, a fantastic performance tonight. Do these games just – is it something you got to think about where you're at, or is it just football is football?
To me, football is football, and it's more than just a game to me, and it is a lot to the rest of the team. But I just play hard every game, and I go out there and I practice hard, and I try hard and do my best to my capabilities, and that's the outcome.
Now, we saw your play there, your interception, which really kind of put this game away after the 2 block punts led to you being up so much. Now, what do you guys do this week? Now you're going to the championship. This is it. This is for the rings, everything. What does that mean to you guys as players?
We come out and practice harder than ever and just have a good week of practice and just keep our minds clear of anything else trying to, cause harm to us. Just come out and practice hard.
Now, I'm going to kick it to my man, Brian Adams, with our Young Woolridge representative.
And that's Greg Muir. I'm going to let Greg make the presentation of Tyler Skills for the player of the game.
Thank you, Ryan. On behalf of the partners of the Law Office of Young Woolridge, it's my pleasure to present to you this plaque, the Young Woolridge Bright House Player of the Week plaque, and a shirt to go along with it, to Tyler Skills for just a great game. Let me give you that first, and let me shake your hand and wish you luck for the title game next week. Great game.
Now, if you really like them plaque and shirts now, you got one more week to get one next week, all right? And that's going to about do it for this evening. Like we said, there's one more. You don't want to miss the last one, ladies and gentlemen. Next Friday night, 10:30 p.m., re-aired 10:30 a.m., because that's when they play the games. I'm the coach, Stephen G. Fulmar, along with Brian Adams, Tyler Scales, everybody at Bakersfield College, our Young Woolridge representative. I want to thank you for joining us, and you don't want to miss next week's game for the CIF Championship. That's when they play the games, the Bright House Network's Channel 21. Have a great evening.